What's up, guys? It is me, Christian McCaffrey, alongside one of my great friends, former teammates, and future Hall of Famer Greg Olsen, in my book. One of the best guys I've ever played with. And you guys see him all over the TV now announcing games. Greg, thank you so much for joining me. We appreciate it.
Yeah, buddy. Good to be on, man. It's year 2. It's pretty cool to see how fancy this thing has gotten from last year to this. It's cool, man. Well, I appreciate you having me be a part of it, and looking forward to a fun day.
Absolutely. Yeah, year 2 of the Logan Bowl, which is why we're all here. So for everybody joining, we'll give some people a little bit of time to join. The Logan Bowl is something that I started a couple years ago. Part of my foundation called the Logan Project, which is in honor of Logan Hale, who was a 13-year-old boy who passed away from cancer, somebody who inspired every single person around him in Ridgefield, Connecticut, and now the whole entire world, hopefully one day. But what a great story he had. In his obituary, he said that one of his goals was to provide gaming consoles for other children undergoing treatment in hospitals so that he could communicate with his friends. Such a heartwarming, touching story that we're so happy to try to bring his dream into reality. And that's why we're here. This is a lot of fun. We have some of the world's most famous and favorite athletes who play in the NFL. Guys like Mike Evans, Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, Marquise Brown, Marcus Williams, Bijan Robinson, Denzel Ward, and Aiden Hutchinson. A lot of huge names, a lot of unbelievable players. But we'll see how their Madden games are if they translate from on the field. So we should see, but we're so excited to do this in honor of Logan and his family. I know his family is watching. So to you guys, I just want to say thank you so much for allowing us to do this, allowing us to honor Logan and his dream. And Greg, I heard that in Ridgefield, Connecticut, they're actually streaming this at Logan's school. So to all of you guys tuning in, we just want to say thank you so much as well. Give you guys a big salute and thank you for supporting your guys' friend.
Oh, that's super cool, man. Yeah, what you guys do, C-Mac, obviously your story with Logan is pretty cool. I remember when you guys started just forming your relationship and getting to learn more about his story and his fight and everything. So now for you guys to honor him and his family and do this event each year, honored to be a part of it. To his buddies and everybody at home watching, appreciate you guys logging on, and I'm ready to rock, man. I'm anxious to see how good these guys are.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So just to give you guys a little background and why I started all of this, Logan was a big fan of the Carolina Panthers, despite not even being from Carolina, but he loved the Carolina Panthers, and he happened to be a fan of myself. And I had received a letter that there's a young boy who's going through cancer, who's battling, who's a big fan of yours. And someone had asked, hey, can you sign something for him, or can you maybe write him a letter, whatever. And sometimes, and Greg, as well as I do, when you get those letters, it's always touching, but I don't know if you really understand the impact that you can have and the impact that these kids can have on us. And so I was really happy to do it. And I found out about a year later he had passed away, unfortunately, and lost his battle with cancer. And that's when I read his obituary, and he ended up actually getting buried in my jersey, which when I saw that, I couldn't help but cry. It was extremely touching. And, I think it put into perspective for me how important it is to give back. And that's when I read his obituary and I saw all the things that he wanted to do. I mean, this kid was an athlete. He played all different sports. He was into arts. He did taekwondo. I mean, he was such a versatile young boy at the age of, 13 to do all this, to inspire the people around him the way that he did. It was really special. And so, he's the one who started this foundation, and that's why for me, if this is just such a cool thing to be able to bring to light, and what a great idea to have, to be a kid going through one of the worst things a kid can go through, and to just have a little bit of a break by playing some video games with his or her friends is such a great idea. And we're just the ones that are, able to be here and to see it come to light. But Greg, I know you have your own experience with your son who didn't have cancer but was going through stuff in the hospital and was in the hospital for a long time. And so we appreciate you, because I know this stuff means a lot to you as well. If you want to even touch on that a little bit, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many games of Madden my son TJ has played in his long stays in the hospital. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have cancer. He was born with a congenital heart defect. He was born with a very serious heart ailment right from the moment he was born. He underwent 3 open heart surgeries, and then at 8 years old, he's coming up on his 3-year anniversary. The summer of 2021, he had a heart transplant at 8, and he's now 11 and doing really well and playing sports and driving us crazy and all of that. But, you know, I can speak and kind of witnessed it firsthand, those long days in the hospital when you just need things to just break up the monotony. You know, I remember them wheeling in those consoles and, you know, playing TJ and Madden or, you know, 2K or whatever games we played. And it was always a fun little break in his reality when we had a chance to play the games and just do something different. So I get it. I understand it. I think what you guys are doing here again is so awesome. And again, just honored to be asked to come back and be a part of it again this year.
Awesome. Well, that's the background on the Logan Bowl. We'll be sharing more throughout this day today, but we're going to get to the action now. We want to see these guys, how good they are at Madden, and see who comes out on top. Last year, teammate and friend of mine, Fred Warner, came out with the trophy. We'll see this year who can hold it. So why don't we get live to the action? This is fun, Greg. This is good stuff. I mean, I know you announced some big games, but I don't know if you've ever announced anything as big as the Logan Bowl. Dude, streaming on Twitch, which thank you everybody for tuning in. This is awesome. Keep it light, keep it fun. Anyone who wants to donate, we'll be sharing all of that information. Obviously, you can go to the Christian McCaffrey Foundation and check out all of the different things to donate to, all the fun stuff. Today, obviously, the Logan Bowl and representation of the Logan Project, but we're really excited. This is going to be a lot of fun.
This is great. I feel very nervous. I feel like there's a lot of expectations on the broadcast team. So
yeah, no doubt. So in honor of the Logan Bowl today, we do want to thank our sponsors because we have this great setup. We have all these, great people involved. So I want to thank Visa, EA Sports, Body Armor, and Lowe's for supporting this event and honoring Logan Hale, helping us reach our goal of launching the Logan Project in every NFL city, which is the big goal. We've launched in, I believe, 7 NFL cities or in 7 cities across the country already in hopes to hit every single one. So thank you to all of our sponsors for making that happen. We really appreciate it. And thank you to our guests who are playing. I know these guys have very busy schedules. They're training. They have their own stuff off the field going on. So to all of you guys, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. If there's ever anything we can do to help out anything you guys have going on, we appreciate it. But let's get to the action right now. Who we got first here?
Come on.
Hollywood Brown versus Marcus Williams.
We preach containment. We know who we up against.
Now, Greg, Hollywood was saying all week, I've been seeing it on Instagram, I've been seeing it on Twitter, that he's the best in the league. So far, that seems to hold true. He's up 7-0 in the second.
Right, and I can just tell. You can always tell what guys play a lot of Madden by their setups. You can tell the guys that are they got headsets. He's got like a professional microphone.
No, he's not messing around. By the way, you see the brick or that stone in the background. This is a man cave. He's got helmets on under there and the full microphone. This isn't his first time. By the way, is that a ring light? These guys might have a ring light going on, man. They're not messing around. They got the lighting set up, the whole thing.
Could you imagine what he says? He's playing like some 12-year-old kid from North, South Carolina. He's talking shit. That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah. Oh man, anything to like you said, break up the monotony. I mean, you get down to the long day to be able to go on there no one probably knows who he is or anything like that, and they have no idea they're playing against Hollywood Brown, and he's out here. Look at him, 14-0 in the second.
How long a quarter is we playing today, C-Mac?
Y'all, I don't know what y'all was doing this week.
I think we have 5-minute quarters. I think they're quick games.
It's gonna go fast. So I mean, you get a 14.
It'll go fast
here before halftime, and there's not gonna be a lot of possessions for Marcus to come back here. He needs to score here. Hollywood gets a stop here. This could be all for nothing. Harrison.
I don't know what the skunk rule is, but I think it's still alive because I've heard some kids chirp me before. I think if he gets up 21-0 quick, I mean, we're going to play all 4 quarters here, but I believe that's a mercy rule.
We're still playing skunks, huh?
I don't know. Not in the Logan Bowl because you never know what can happen. Anything can happen, but
anything can happen.
All right, now we're at Saquon and Bijan going on. We got the first quarter. What's up, fellas? How we doing?
We have no time for you.
They got no time. Look, they're locked in, and I get it. I 100% get it. This is the game I like to see because we have 2 running backs facing off against each other, and personally, I root for the running backs, man. Look, these guys are 2 of the best players in the NFL. 2 guys that deserve the world. Going head-to-head, me personally, I'm not a great Madden player, Greg. I run the ball every single play. I run it every single play.
I was just going to ask that. You think these guys are hard running?
Like Bijan, Bijan, can you hear me? If you can't, we'll get the technical thing going on so that the players can hear me. But okay, well, we'll interview all these guys later. But there you go. See, this is what I don't understand, right? I mean, Bijan Robinson playing as the Atlanta Falcons. He's already got 2 for 17. Let him get in a rhythm. Let him get going a little bit. Now he's at 3rd and 7, but you got caught with the, you get to 2nd and long. 3rd and manageable right now. He's got, oh, man.
Poking like a true runner.
See what happens. Down the right sideline. Ooh, what a catch.
What a catch.
What a catch. That's that window. Hey, Greg, how many 7 routes did you catch in your career?
I told my kids that they're going to go to college because of that route.
That might as well be called an Olsen route, an 88 route.
We ran a lot.
There you go.
C-Mac. And then when we got you, we'd always run the little option underneath it, and my target share went way down.
Yeah, but your explosive pass rate went up because when you did get it, it was because there were 2 on me or 2 on someone else, and nobody could cover you one-on-one.
Well, between you and breaking my feet, I always say that's my career ended.
Don't put that on me. Don't make me one of those. Oh, we got a pick. Wow.
Red zone turnovers. Red zone turnovers.
Yeah.
The head scratch. You see the Bijan with the head scratch.
Now, interesting, C-Mac. Saquon's playing with his new team, but he's not in the game yet. Because this is last year's. So a little interesting.
Yeah. We should be able to make – there has to be a mode where we can make in-season trades because I would love to see 2-6 out playing for Philly right now because I feel like he might go off for 250 a game. All right, now we got Denzel Ward playing against Aiden Hutchinson, 2 of the best defenders in the league right here. Great players. I think.
That one might be.
Huh?
I can just dance with that.
Yeah, right. Can they hear us? Can the players hear us?
All right. Cover 4. Okay, I gotta cover these corners, and I think cover 4 does that.
I got him.
God, he's.
All right, I'm trying to get them to where they can hear us so we can ask them.
Okay, we're good.
But we got 2 Chiefs teams now, huh?
2 Chiefs.
2 Chiefs players being represented.
This is a big matchup right here.
Yeah, this is a big matchup. Here we go. We're back to Saquon and Bijan.
Yeah.
Saquon, Bijan, what's going on, man?
What up, y'all? Christian, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Saquon, we were just talking, man. They don't do in-season trades in Madden?
Nah, bro, I was trying to update the game.
I got to see that 2-6 in the Philly, and I got to see it, but that's okay. That's okay. We can get we can get a preview of what that's going to look like. But I think everybody's excited to see that, man. Well, I appreciate you guys joining us, man.
No problem. No problem.
Bijan, give us a little update, man. We saw you in the red zone. We saw you on that second and long draw. We saw a nice 3rd and 7. You threw the 7 route, but as we know, it's not over till you score. What happened there?
Well, I saw the end breaker, and I didn't see if he was on ball coverage or not. And this man picked the ball off.
Man, well, hey,
but I'm trying to get right.
That's all right. Well, we could tell just based off of the chair, Bijan, that I think Saquon might have been, I don't know, logged a little bit more hours than you on video games in general. Are you on what are those, like love sacks, or what do you have going on right there?
I'm on the love sack.
I love it, man. I love it. It's good for the low back. Saquon's got the full gaming chair, so already we know who's logged in more hours.
I used to be a Call of Duty player. That's funny.
Saquon,
Yeah.
is that one of those chairs that like vibrates and stuff?
It's like Echo. What you said again? My fault.
No, I was saying, is that one of those chairs that like has the speakers built into it and vibrates and all that?
Probably
Nah,
is.
I don't even know what it's for. It looked cool. It just fits the set.
Wow.
I always fight the balance when I'm gaming for a long time. At what point do you get the massage chair? Because the longer you play, the longer the low back tightens up. I mean, that's just a fact. So I always go back and forth. When you're on for a long time, you got to take a stretch break at some point.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's a great idea to get a massage chair. I might have to.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm on that.
Right.
I got
Hey,
6 yards.
See, you be playing a lot?
I'm not. You know what? I don't play Madden a whole lot. I'm gonna start getting on it though, because I think next year I might make an appearance in the actual tournament.
I like that.
Yeah, I think I might announce and play at the same time. But I don't want to embarrass anybody, so I figured I'd let you guys do your thing this year.
Oh man. Well, you know you like 100 overall.
I was saying and Saquon has the right mindset because we didn't get to watch a lot of yours, Bijan, but I was thinking if I were playing Madden, I'm running the ball every single play. No, I would run the ball every play. I have a oh yeah.
Hey, see, I got a pick, bro. Pick 6.
Perfect.
What? Let's go.
All right, Greg, we got
every play.
Now we got a lot. I'm gonna have to look close here. So what we got?
Yeah, here we got on the top right here we have Kansas City, Baltimore. We got Hollywood Brown against. Looks like Marcus Williams scored and is back on offense. So we might have a little game here, Greg. This looked like it was getting out of hand, but if he can put some points up here, that's a big momentum shift.
Yeah, he's only got.
Look at this. Look at this on the bottom left, Greg. Bijan Robinson with a pick 6 to answer. 2 red zone turnovers in the span of 10 minutes in our second annual Logan Bowl. This is incredible.
This is awesome.
Wow. Wow, I'm telling you, look.
He's only got 19 seconds. We're going to get a good look here at the clock management of the defensive player. You think defensive guys worry about clock management? What do you think?
I think now they're making a bigger emphasis in meetings, at least in the team meetings, for clock management, not just for offensive guys, but for defensive guys too. Whether it's applied or not, I have no idea. We're about to find out.
How many timeouts he's got left? No timeouts?
I can't tell.
Oh,
I can't see. I need my bifocals to see that top right screen.
On that.
He's settling for like a 57-yard field goal. 57-yard field goal.
Oh, you got Justin Tucker is no good. No timeouts for Baltimore.
Oh, he made it.
He
made it.
He made that kick?
Yeah,
wow, he did make the kick.
57 yards.
57-yard boot.
He needed that.
Hollywood Brown has one timeout. He's going to take a knee. That's smart.
7 seconds. He's just going to Hail Mary it. All right, bottom right. We got a chance here for the Chiefs.
Yeah, to go up 14, huh?
Up 2 scores on Hutchinson.
Dang it.
Oh, we got a pick. Greg, we have look. If I've learned one thing about this tournament so far is that we have to work on our red zone offense. We got 3 picks in 2 different games here.
Yeah, our red zone passing game is awful. Forcing it there.
Oh man.
Chelsea. Wow, that's a huge. I mean, 14.
That's a huge. That's a huge turn of events. A huge turn of events.
The whole drive.
See, now we're in the red zone. We're at the 11-yard line. Man, this is going to be a fun thing for NFL fans to see this year. Is Jalen Hurts and Saquon in the backfield at the same time?
Saquon, you think on that last run, if it was you would have scored?
I'm not saying that.
I get it.
Big play. Quick answer. I'll tell you what.
By the way.
Bijan, let me ask you this, because we've all been a part of this. What are your emotions when you go from big play, pick 6, huge momentum, to the other team scores in less than a minute?
It's awful, especially because he ran the ball down my – like he just ran the ball the whole drive.
Yeah.
But it's okay, though.
That's always such a – here we go. 42 seconds left at the bottom of the screen. Great kick returner here, Cordell Patterson. Oh, he's going to take a knee. I like it, though. You need that time.
So 42 seconds, and he's got 3 timeouts. All right, now we're going to see Bijan see if he's got good clock management skills. Interesting decision to line up under center.
They called a flag.
Lined up under center on a 2-minute drive. Interesting choice.
I need to, let me play some real football.
Interesting. Hey, that's a good 42 seconds left. We're gonna run wide zone to the left.
There you go. Now he's in his no huddle. Now he's
all right. There's 24 seconds off.
Remember,
the clock here.
You got 3 timeouts.
Now they can breathe. There's 14 seconds. Clock management there. Well, we might have to. We might have to talk about that one. But
who called timeout?
It was an incomplete pass. So there was really no need to call the timeout. He's going to run it here. Let me guess. He's going to run it here. Is he going to run it? Nope, he audibled. Nope, he didn't.
Okay.
Bijan, I need an explanation here. I need an explanation.
We do an in-game interview here.
Hey, we're doing some big things. Trying to get up to the range.
That is true. You are doing some big things. I don't know if they're good big things. I would have loved to see you with a lot more time left on the clock, but who knows? Who knows? You never know.
You're not going to punt?
Nah.
4th and 3. I'm going to guess he's running.
He's running
19 weak here. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Time out.
Damn, I did this game.
Looks like on the top left, Mike Evans versus Austin Eckler. We had it's not a forfeit because Austin didn't forfeit. He just forgot to bring his pads and helmet to the actual field and ended up downloading the wrong version of the game. So that's an automatic Mike Evans dub. Mike Evans gets the first round bye, essentially. Greg, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like, it's all part of it. I mean, it's not just enough to be good and talented. You got to be detail oriented. And downloading the wrong game, I would love to know which Madden he downloaded. I think that's the question everybody needs to know.
Yeah.
Maybe he downloaded like Madden 94, which was an iconic year.
That was an iconic year. Here we go. Real quick. Bijan's unders. Here we go.
Hey, that's a good drive.
Pass interference. Pass
Oh
interference.
my gosh, pass interference. This drive is turning out to be in Bijan's favor here. I'm not sure how. Some people must just be living right.
C-Mac, remember though, all right, so he's going to take a field goal. So he's got one untimed down.
Hey, if your goal was to not give Saquon another possession, bleed the clock out, and kick a field goal on the 6-yard line, then you accomplished your goal. How you execute it doesn't matter. You executed it. And so I applaud you. We got 10-7 at the half, Bijan versus Saquon. What a game. Bijan, I got to know your logic, though, of calling a timeout after an incomplete pass. Can you explain that a little bit for me?
Oh, no, I can't even explain it. It sounds so bad.
You're just trying to throw him off, right? You're confusing him. That's a mind game. Like, I love it. I love the mind game.
You can't bring the timeouts with you. You might as well use them.
Right.
He's out throwing up. Hope for the best.
C-Mac in a different game on the bottom right. Mahomes threw his second interception.
Yeah, I love watching defensive guys. I love watching defensive guys play Madden because sometimes they don't know who to throw to, and it's in their nature to get sacks and picks. So when they're on offense, they do the same thing.
Let's go.
All right, we're coming down to the wire here. Detroit's got two timeouts left, 15 seconds, second and goal. It's a big drive here. They can run it, they can pass it. So they got 2 timeouts in their pocket.
Come on, big plays.
Oh, Marcus Williams coming back.
Hey, Bijan, can you?
Bro, how did he get so open?
Bijan, I would love to hear you have your own brand of Dijon mustard called Bijan Mustardson. Can you explain that and how that idea came around? I think that's awesome.
Yeah, so oh shit, hold on.
Talking and playing is not easy.
Dang it.
It's not. That's by the way, that's the biggest challenge of the Logan Bowl is just that.
It happened my sophomore year when NIL just started, and like the two guys, David and Craig, the other owners of the mustard, they came with an idea of like doing some Dijon mustard, but having it with my name. And I was like, at first I was like, I don't know, sounds kind of cheesy a little bit, but when they showed me the idea, then I was like, okay, this could actually work. And then everything popped off.
I love it. I love it. And by the way, I'd love to get my hands on some of that too.
C-Mac, not to interrupt.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send you some.
We just had a kickoff return for a touchdown with 8 seconds
left. Return for a touchdown. Oh my gosh. Who was that? Denzel?
Yep. 10 seconds left. He returned to kickoff right before half to take 14-7.
We're going to have to ask Aiden about that. I want to see how he feels about that.
Wow.
We need to pick.
Speaking of NIL, by the way, I would have loved to see what Saquon Barkley would have made in the NIL era.
Oh,
he'd been a multi-millionaire.
He would have made slightly less than he actually made while in college.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't make no money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome, man. Well, cool. Bijan, I got to get some of that mustard for sure.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm gonna send you a little care package.
He said he would make this.
Thank you.
Saquon send you some too after this L. Oh.
Here we go on the 1 yard line.
No. Oh. Let's go.
Goes backwards. Goes backwards. Greg, I got a fun Saquon Barkley fact. On March 14th, it was voted by the government of Pennsylvania as Saquon Barkley Day.
Love that.
How about that?
Not a surprise.
No.
Not a surprise.
Saquon Barkley Day.
It was incredible.
How about that? His own day. Also, another fun fact here I'm reading by our great producers is that he considered himself the GOAT of Connect 4 until he was beaten by somebody, which is crazy.
What happened at the last? What happened at the Pro Bowl 2 years ago?
Who was that guy that beat you?
You beat me at the Super Bowl 3 years ago, and I whooped on you at the Pro Bowl 2 years ago.
That's true, but those were the only 2 times I've played the game. I don't play Connect 4. That was it.
Yeah. Whatever you say.
So my early, so just my overall so far review of these games, I have to say offensively, Hollywood Brown definitely has the best sense of what's going on. No offense to everybody else. I sense everyone else has a lot of good competitive spirit in their battle.
Oh, I think Roger told me that they didn't use you. And you know.
Say that again?
Everything I said. I was talking to my boy, my phone.
He's on the top right here, huh, Greg? Hollywood Brown versus Marcus Williams. I thought this game was going to get carried away for a second here. We got 28-17 now.
Yeah, he's about. I think he's about to score again though, so it'll take him to 35-17. So Marcus Williams needs one of those red zone interceptions that we've seen 12 of already today. He needs a red zone stop here bad. Oh, boy. Oh, Mahomes, man. That's tough. That's tough.
That's tough to stop right there.
That's a backbreaker. You have everybody covered, and you just let Mahomes turbo run right around you. Hey, what, though? The bottom 2 games, man, these are going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, they are. You love to see good first-round play in football. These first games of the day, it's exciting to see.
Yeah, and if there's one thing I always knew about Sam Laporta, it's that he's a fantastic dancer, so I'm glad Madden got that in. That was good.
Wow, we got Marcus onside kicking here. Is that what I just saw?
Yeah, he's trying to run
or was that Hollywood that onside kicked?
Yeah, he's trying to run the score up.
I respect it, man. Foot on the gas.
Right.
Hey, so I want to take a quick pause. I just want to say thank you for everybody who's joining us. This is such a cool event for us to do in honor of Logan Hale. If you do want to donate and feel obliged, it could be $1. It could be however much you want. The link is in the chat, so make sure you follow that. The link will be in the chat. It'll also be on my socials, and you follow the Christian McCaffrey Foundation on Instagram. All the links are there. So it'll lead you to exactly where you need to go to donate. But thank you all for tuning in. And again, thank you to our sponsors for making this happen.
Nice job, McCaffrey. That was a good read.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what's funny? I didn't read it.
Not literally a read. That's not what you mean. So in the TV
Is that what you call it?
It's a good read, meaning like that was your plug. That was your
understood.
And you didn't necessarily read it verbatim.
Hey, bottom left, we have a Bijan Robinson touchdown here. Long run, explosive run.
We love it.
To take the lead. Wow.
It was a hell of a run.
What was that play there?
A little bit of inside zone. It was good.
And what's your
read,
thought
good
process on inside zone there? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at that play side backer, and if he commits backside, I'm staying front side, and that's exactly what he did. And my fullback blocked that safety, and it was over, just like real life.
That's it. Hey, I love that. Giving people a little bit of inside info on how you see the game. You know what I've learned, Greg, about Bijan's game, and this is what I love, because as a running back, the more you think, the worse you play. You need to keep it very simple and stay simple like that. And based on Bijan's Madden offensive football, you can tell there's not a lot of thoughts going on. It's more, it's very instinctive, very instinctive to the point. And you know what? It's working, and that's what I love about watching his performance so far in Madden.
I think that's really well said.
You know?
Yeah.
Really well said.
But that's his gift. That's his gift right there. The ability.
He finds himself with the lead.
That's Bruce Lee. Be formless, mindless. And Bijan took the mindless part very seriously.
That's right.
In a different game,
That's right.
Marcus Williams had a chance to go down and answer, and he threw, surprisingly, a red zone
pick.
So now it's a boat race in Kansas City.
Yeah. Well, we got Aiden Hutchinson on the 1-yard line of the Detroit Lions. Run it in, which is what they did such a good job of this last year. So no shocker that he just runs it in from the 1.
Open.
We got a good game here on the bottom right. I can't wait to interview these guys later. I want to hear all their thought processes on this game.
And I want to know which
tie ball game in the 4th quarter. 5 minutes left here on the bottom right. Yeah, let's put Denzel on. I want to hear his thought process.
Oh, Cliff.
Lamar Jackson just took a 17-yard loss on.
Yep.
Denzel, what's going on, man?
Not this time.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, I'm here with Greg Olsen, but we appreciate you hopping on to the 2nd annual Logan Bowl. This is a great cause, man, and thanks for being a part of it. We see you guys got a barn burner on the bottom right here. Tell us a little about your mindset going into this final stretch here.
Oh, man.
We got the flats covered, though, so we should have some good support. No, it's play action.
And having turnover, so that's hurting.
Uh-oh. So that's that Greg Olsen 7 route that he just threw. Looked like it got batted down, but
he did a bad job.
2nd and 10's nothing.
I'm going to call Kelsey. He did a bad job. He let him undercut him.
What are you thinking there, Greg? You got to flatten that out, right?
Yeah, you got to flat. If you got a guy trailing you, you can keep it high. But if he's going to play on the high hip, you got to flatten that out to the sideline. I'm going to call Kelsey.
Now, Greg, on that coin, you got to call him and let him know that's ridiculous. He could really be a good player if he just did stuff like that.
What do you think he's doing right now?
He's probably waking up and is just happy. You know, I don't know what he's doing, but whatever he's doing, he's happy.
You just don't know what time zone.
Yeah. No, he could be in Croatia for all I know. But good for him.
You think he flew southwest?
Huh?
Probably flew southwest to Croatia.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. I think he was on Spirit. All right, Denzel, you're backing up. Nice little – see, that's a great play by Denzel. I mean, I think to see the game from a corner's perspective and to know what's there, I like that. Nothing fancy. We got 4 minutes left. Take that inside slant, even though there's a low safety, still rips it in.
Oh, a little zone read out of the pistol. And then Mahomes tried to slide and took it in the chin.
Yeah.
Not a great slide there by Mahomes, but I'll tell you what, we got ourselves a barn burner on the bottom left.
Yeah, we do. And I'm excited for the red zone because that seems to be where everyone gets to and then doesn't know what to do. So
apparently they don't do Friday practice.
Yeah. Zone read, easy first down there. I love it. I would love to interview these two. Is there any way we can get Denzel back on?
Yo.
Oh, you're here. Okay, cool. Yeah, we were having a little bit of a technical problem there. So explain, what's your thought process? I don't know if Aiden can hear you or not, but what are you thinking going into this final stretch?
I'm really trying to control. Now I got 2 minutes. So I'm really trying to read options there. Get down. With
I love it. I heard control the clock. No.
Well, not a pick six because apparently
54 seconds left in this Philly-Atlanta game, and Bijan throws a pick. That's tough. That's tough. I'll tell you what.
We got to ask Saquon why he didn't score.
I know. I'm with 3 timeouts left. You would think just get the points, right? I mean, you go up. Yeah, you go up 2 scores. I don't know why you wouldn't want to
field goal. You're down 7. You go score there, and you go up. You go up 2 scores.
Yeah. One of the most stressful things is at the end of the game when you have a lead and you're in between. Do I score or not score? And that's always what I'm extremely frantic about, because in my head, you're always thinking score, right? But then, I know a lot of teams call it no moss and meaning no more. As soon as you get the first down, get down. But you're always, curious because you don't want to be the guy that makes does the selfish score if it's not the opportunity. But if there's any miscommunication and you don't know yet, I'm always on board with getting the points.
Yeah, typically, I think a safe rule of thumb is if the score puts it to 2 scores, like it takes it from 6 to 13 or from 3 to 10, you take points. If you're up by 1, or you're down by 2, now you don't want to just score the touchdown, right? You're going to bleed the clock, either kick a field goal or bleed the clock more before you score. You don't want to score down up 1 and make it an 8-point game, because now they theoretically only need 1 possession, to tie it. So it's really, if you get up by more than 8, it puts you 9 or above, win the game.
I'll tell you what I love, what Denzel said, and you can tell he's paying attention in meetings, is he's controlling the clock to not give him an opportunity to come back and score. He's running screens. He's doing some zone reads, some quick passes. Right now, he's got the field goal in his back pocket if he needs it. Still a good amount of time left with 1:45 in the fourth, but he's burned off a lot of clock, Greg, and that's going to be tough for Aiden. Aiden's not going to have a lot of time, depending on what happens at the end of this drive, to come back and try to get some points.
Yeah, I feel like clock management is a huge part of Madden. Just bleed it, not give your opponent many possessions. We got a lot going on here. We just got a 1st and 10 punt by Saquon Barkley down with an 8-point lead. So there's a lot. We got to get these guys on, because I'm fascinated with that decision, and also the decision to not score and kick a field goal to go up 1 score. Yeah, so he's up 8, and then Bijan threw another pick, and then he punted the ball right back to him. So I don't know if he's got money on the game. I don't know if
There's got to be some sort of, I don't know who his bookie is, but there's something going on here. There has to be.
Come to an end. So he won, and the post-game interview is going to be quite something.
I'll let you take the lead on that one, Greg. Let's watch the end of this drive. 14-14, Denzel's inside the 5-yard line.
Got to get back to can we make the bottom right game the only game left? There we go.
Thank you. That was good.
That's good producing.
That's great production. Speaking of production, Greg, you know who the producer of this is, right?
I do. One of our dear friends, Ryan Khalil. I mean, the guy, what can't the guy do?
So for those of you who don't know, Ryan Khalil is he was, I don't know what the right term. I mean, you can't even, there's not really a correct word to describe him. Some would call him legend.
Legend.
And I think that's probably the best word to describe him. But hold on, let's watch the end of this drive real quick. Outside. Ooh.
They're letting him score.
Wow, smart. They're letting him score. What do they call that? Highway or highway when they let him score?
Yeah. But nice job there by Pacheco.
Very smart ball. Very smart ball by Denzel.
I thought he was going to run out of bounds. Good job controlling his joystick.
That's tough. The joystick can get in the way.
All right, so Detroit has no more timeouts. So you got to imagine he's sitting on this. Take a timeout and kick a field goal.
Wow, he didn't score there either. No.
Well, so they got 2 timeouts.
So that clock is that's the game right there. That clock is
kick a field goal.
Nope, that's game. Oh yeah, he's got the timeout and he kicked the field goal.
Yeah, kick a field goal and it's over.
That was unbelievable clock management by Denzel Ward. That was a great job by Aiden Hutchinson too. I mean, he did all he could. It was just that's good ball by both sides.
Yeah, it's really, really well done. 2 defensive guys understanding ball. Jack Campbell's going to continue to jump off sides, apparently.
Jack Campbell is 6'8" in pads. So anyone who's going to block that, it would be him.
All right, he's got to return the kickoff, C-Mac. It's Hutchinson.
What do you do? I mean, this is always where you hold your breath because you've just seen enough highlights and long. Right, you kick it right. Yeah,
I'm not kicking it to the back line, guys.
Right.
So not that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, there's a seam there. I don't know. Do you cut? I don't know. I saw what he saw. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Denzel Ward wins against Aiden Hutchinson in the first match. What a game that was. Great clock management by both teams. Defensive game, fairly low-scoring game. Denzel Ward comes out on top. But to Aiden, we just want to say, I don't know if the comms are working, but I just want to say thank you so much for joining us, man. We appreciate being a part of this. Congrats on all your success and the success to come. Hopefully we see you at the 3rd annual Logan Bowl, and who knows, you could be the dark horse for next year. That was good football that you played, but we'll see.
Dude, that was something. There was a lot of situational ball there.
That was great.
I wouldn't say clock management across the board was excellent, but I think we saw nice there by Denzel and Hutchinson. They both did a nice job.
Absolutely. We got Austin Eckler on. Austin Eckler, a returning member, somebody who is not just apparently a mediocre sign up for which Madden to download, but one of the best guys in the league. Great player, a guy I trained with for the NFL Combine way back, which feels like yesterday, but it was 7 years ago. And I remember training with him and thinking, who the hell is this guy? He was squatting the most out of anybody, benching the most, running 4.3s, and coming from a small school in Colorado, I had no idea. And now it's no shock that he's had the success that he's had. The nickname is Pound for Pound because he's typically the pound for pound strongest guy in the room. So Austin, thank you for joining us, but we need a little bit of an explanation. What happened?
Yeah, what's going on? Well, first off, I want to give a shout out to you and what you're doing with the Logan Bowl. I appreciate.
Well, it looks like nothing happened, huh?
He's muted.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, now we got you.
You guys hear me? Mic check, mic check.
We got you now.
All right, cool. Well, first off, thanks for having me back. And, I'm moving into the new apartment here. Like, I got barely anything in this place. So, was setting up the Xbox this morning, got it downloaded. And then come to find out, Mike has doesn't have the superior gaming console. He has, PlayStation. And so apparently you have to have an EA and you have to have this different version to be able to play cross-platform. And so anyway, it's literally done in 1 minute. So unfortunate timing. But yeah, so that's kind of what happened this morning. And so
you know what though? Yeah. That's a very reasonable explanation. I don't think, to go from living in Southern California and then at some point in your life have to move everything out of your house and go cross country. I know a little bit about what that's like. That is not an easy task. So the fact that you even have a TV already and have some stuff set up is impressive. And
look,
Mike Evans,
TV, I don't even have a stand for it, man. It's just sitting on the damn whatever.
You're on the hard.
Right,
are you on the hardwood right now, sitting crisscross applesauce and looking at the TV set up on the floor? Yeah.
There's no chairs.
That's a very that's a reasonable explanation that we all understand. But
so, Austin, what time did you say your tea time was that you were in a rush to get to?
Right. No, I'm just playing. No, there's no tea time or anything like that. It gave Mike Evans, the freebie win to get by. I mean, I'm saying, 42 seconds, this thing's done. If we want to run like a little overtime rules head to head, first one to score moves on kind of thing. I'm throwing it out there. I got 30 seconds here. Oh.
I wish. I tell you what, I wish. Unfortunately, I or no one else around me has the technological skills to make that happen. But I will say this. Next year, if Mike Evans wins, this is going to be for a great grudge match in year 3 of the Logan Bowl because you never know what could have happened if you played in round 1. So I'm excited for you to join next year. But real quick, I wanted to plug your foundation, the Austin Eckler Foundation, which strives to help create opportunities for hardworking individuals who are limited financially, academically, or do not have networking capabilities. You've been doing some great stuff off the field. And we appreciate you joining ours. And if there's any way that everybody viewing can help your foundation out as well, we'd love to hear you talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what this day is about right now. I'm here at the Logan Bowl. It's about, hey, how can we help out, someone else around us that's in need? And it's the same thing with my foundation as well, the Eckler Foundation. And I know, Christian, you've been involved. We're building a weight room, or renovating the weight room for Balboa High School up in San Francisco. And so we do things like that. We put tangible resources back into the community, washers and dryers, equipment, weight rooms, whatever really needs to be upgraded to the standard that it's actually usable and safe in an environment where people can go and get the most out of it. That's exactly what we try to do. So yeah, if you want to check us out on ecklerfoundation.org, you can check out the projects we've been doing. And I definitely got to give a shout out to my guy Christian for also getting involved in our projects that we have going on.
Well, thanks a lot, man. We really appreciate it. That's awesome stuff that you're doing, and thank you for joining our motive here. It's really cool event. You got a lot of great things going on. We wish you nothing but the best on your new team, and go ahead and take care of my brother for me if you could. He's so fired up to get there, man, and always wish you nothing but the best. So thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
Likewise, thanks. He's in good hands, man. We'll get him right. He's gonna help us win the games.
I love it. Okay, so that's the first round of games, Greg, that we got going on. We got Saquon against Denzel Ward, which will be a great game, and then Mike Evans, who gets a first-round bye against Hollywood Brown, who could have scored maybe 150 points in that last game. So we'll see who wins there. But we just want to thank everybody for joining the second annual Logan Bowl this year in honor of the late Logan Hale. For anyone who wants to donate, the link is in the chat. So please, whatever it may be, help out a great cause. We're putting video game consoles in hospitals. Our goal is to reach every single NFL city in the country, and hopefully even beyond that. We're in 7 already. And I know that not only do people like myself, my team, and Greg appreciate it, these kids who are going through, a really tough time dealing with treatments and cancer, they appreciate it as well, to be able to take a little bit of time out of their day to play video games with their friends while they're going through something that is very tough for kids to go through. Goes a long way. So whatever donations you guys have are very much appreciated in honor of Logan Hale, who this is all about. So thank you guys for tuning in. And once again, the link is in the chat. Also, if you go to the Christian McCaffrey Foundation on Instagram, you can donate there. All the different links to donate are pretty easy to find. And I think in a little bit, apparently, we're going to interview Aiden Hutchinson after that last game, a tight loss to Denzel Ward. So we'll have that coming up in a second here, Greg. What'd you see out of that game, Greg?
I'm always fascinated by the different approaches between offensive and defensive players. I know we said it earlier. I actually am pretty impressed. Both Denzel Ward and Hutchinson, even in his defeat, they handled the end of that game pretty well. It seemed to me every game was a tale of red zone interceptions. If guys could have just figured out to take care of the ball in the end zone, I think those games could have went a little bit. Obviously, Hollywood Brown ran away with his, but I think the other two close games, Bijan and Saquon, and then Denzel and Hutchinson, and nobody could score in the red zone. Everything was a turnover and kind of getting wonky there. So I think they've got to be better in the red zone. Saquon, I'm not sure if he was just messing with Bijan or if he was just lost his mind, but we're going to need to see better clock management by him. And I don't know how Mike Evans is. It feels like after watching Hollywood Brown that Mike Evans is going to have to be pretty good, but obviously he didn't play, so he's kind of the sleeper. But
yeah, there might be some insider info or some, behind the scenes dealing going on with both Mike Evans and Saquon, because bringing out the PlayStation was a savvy move to get to the next round and not telling Eckler. That was savvy by him. So we'll see how good his game is. But yeah, no, I think you're right. There's definitely two things that I think need to be worked on, and that's red zone. Actually, I'm going to say three things. Red zone offense, as you mentioned before. I think taking care of the ball, a lot of interceptions. And then, Greg, do you own an iron by any chance?
No. It's just I'm sitting. I have bad posture.
Yeah. No, your shirt has bad posture. You look great. Your shirt has the worst posture I've ever seen.
See how much better it looks? It's stiff.
Yeah. I mean, you played that long and somehow don't have an iron in the house?
Nah, it's a
Kara's going to be pissed. Kara's going to be pissed. Kara's going to be pissed.
Listen, I didn't want to make the Logan Bowl like super stuffy. I wanted to keep it fresh and lively, so I went with just like my best wrinkled tee.
Yeah. No, you wanted to be really casual, so you rolled it up in a ball, threw it under the sink, ran water, then put it back out and put it on. So you wanted that's what you had going on?
Correct. And I appreciate I appreciate you noticing.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. You look absolutely great. But
thanks.
I think we should have Aiden in here in a little bit. Aiden, what's going on, man? Hey, you got Christian McCaffrey and Greg Olsen here. We just want to say thanks so much for being a part of this, man. I'm sorry the first game didn't go your way, but Greg and I were impressed with you and Denzel's clock management skills and just overall knowledge of the game. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Yeah, man. I'm having a little reception. All right. Yeah, it was a good game, man. But he had that kickoff for me, man, and we were ball well long. Those drives, taking that box, and yeah, it's tough, man. It's a tough way to go out. I haven't played Madden in a few years. I thought he was going to kick my ass, and then he went out and he ended the game on a field goal. I thought he was going to give me a chance. That was a little bit weak to go out on a field goal, man. Come on.
What, Aiden? What happened on the kickoff before the half? How do you just did you not? Were you not locked in? Did you go to the bathroom? Were you getting a smoke? What were you doing?
Dude, honestly, I started controlling the kicker, and I don't think that was the move. I was seeing all the guys again in the video games. It's the first time I've played Madden in years, like I said, and so I grabbed the kicker, and then the boys weren't getting off blocks, plain and simple. And then then he scored, and now we're here.
Aiden, I would have loved to seen him give you an opportunity at the end. While the most important thing is winning this game, I wish he kept it a little more interesting because I would have loved to see you have a chance at the end here. Now, Greg, Aiden's become one of the best defensive players in the league. He was the 2022 Pepsi NFL Rookie of the Year. Obviously a Michigan legend. He played with my brother Dylan, and I remember my brother used to rave about you and how unbelievable you were. So it's been so cool to see all your success. I do have a couple fun facts, though, Greg. You got to hear it. You ready? Aiden did competitive dance with his older sisters for 2 years.
Wow.
That's true.
Which might explain
that's why
his feet are so good.
Celebrations.
There you go.
Dance moves following a sack.
I know, it is impressive.
It was up close and personal this year when I called a bunch of his games.
Yeah, I saw it up close and personal, unfortunately, and against us. But he also is self-proclaimed the world's greatest cornhole player. So a man of many talents, one of the best players in the league, greatest cornhole player,
wait.
and maybe a future career in dance as well. That's pretty awesome.
Go back a second. How do you self-proclaim yourself to be the best cornhole? Like, where are you playing that you feel so strong about your performance? Like, are you playing at like the local YMCA? Like, you go into bars? Like, where are you playing cornhole that leads you to believe you are the world's greatest?
We take cornhole very seriously in the Midwest. Okay, so I played it growing up. I got a lot of confidence in my ability. I have recently taken that out of my bio because my cornhole games have been getting a bit rusty the past 2 years. But I am planning on going to a cornhole competition. So hey, you'll see when I go there, Greg. Okay, you can doubt me now, but you'll watch.
So tell me something. Like, if I was at Michigan a couple years ago, like, am I rolling up to a frat house and you're just taking all the frat guys' money playing cornhole? Like, are you ripping it? Like, what am I expecting?
No, I'm not ripping it like that. I think I just got a natural talent,
Are you a spinner? Like, are you throwing like a frisbee, or are you throwing like a dead bag?
Of course, dude. Of course you got to throw a spinner. You got to optimize. You got to do your air mails. You got to do, your little land it low on the board, slide it in the hole. You got to have all the shots in the bag. Wow. If you're going to be one of the best.
Well, Aiden, you just gave me a great idea. I think next year we'll do the 3rd annual Logan Bowl, but we're also going to do a combine, and we're going to include cornhole in it, and I'm going to put a lot of money on you. So, by the way, Greg, the Midwest, the cornhole's huge in the Midwest. It really is. So, I mean, just naturally from being where you're from, I believe it. I mean, I know self-proclaimed. We got a lot of self-proclaimed. Saquon was the self-proclaimed best Connect 4 player which is, it's just, to your point, Greg, self-proclaimed should have an asterisk by it, right? I mean, I've never understood the self-proclaimed, but being from the Midwest,
I will say though, the high level of self-confidence that warms my heart. So I do respect it. And after seeing this guy play up close and personal this year, I wouldn't put anything by him.
Yeah, well, Aiden, dude, hey, thank you so much, man. Dude, seriously, we really appreciate you taking some. I know you're so busy. We appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule to be with us today for a great cause. Anything we can ever help you out with, man, never hesitate. We got you. We'll help you however you need it. But we appreciate you, man. It's been so cool to see how successful you've been and how successful you will be. So enjoy the weekend, man, and thanks for being a part of this.
Thanks for having me, brother. You guys have a good one, all right?
See you, buddy.
We appreciate it, man. Take care.
See you this year.
Aiden Hutch, man, what a guy, man. It's been so cool. I mean, he's such a character. He started his career off on such a hot start, man. And to see kind of the Detroit culture change, and him be such a big influence and a big part of that has been so cool. So to him, we wish him. Huh?
How good's his hair?
I mean, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. I mean, to have him come on with hair like that, dance moves like that, and then you in your wrinkled shirt. I mean, Greg, we have standards here. Our guests are coming on looking great, and you.
God, his hair was incredible. It made me second.
Your shirt looks like it just went 12 rounds with Tyson.
Maybe it did.
Well, we got 25 seconds left until we start our next round. We also want to thank Austin Eckler, who just gave us a big $500 donation. So, Austin, thank you so much, man. We appreciate you once again coming on.
The least he could do for being prepared for the game.
Yeah. At least he got me. A guy like Greg Olsen would have put a little bit more out, but I don't know. What are you going to do? We're going to go to our Visa sponsorship commercial. Visa, one of the Logan Bowl sponsors, who we really appreciate helping out with this event and so many more events that we've done. So, check it out in a little bit here.
Visa's advanced AI checks over 500 data points on transactions to help stop fraud, so Ingrid can dive into desire with no worries. Hot. Oh, the snow couch? That wasn't fraud. That was Wanda. Visa's AI checked over 500 data points on that transaction, so Wanda can watch her escrow go. Cute. Visa's advanced AI just helped stop a fraudster from using Bree's payment info, so she can be all slurp, no worries. While Dave gets down with art, a fraudster just bought literal snake oil with his payment info. But with Visa Zero Liability, he won't pay for what he didn't buy. Beautiful.
We are back and live, and I just want to say thank you to everybody tuning in. Myself, Greg Olsen, hosting this show. Thank you again to our friends at Visa, who has supported our journey to provide gaming consoles in children's hospitals all over the country. For anyone who wants to make a donation to support our Logan Bowl efforts, please go to theloganbowl.org to make a donation today. The Christian McCaffrey Foundation prefers Visa everywhere you want to be.
Dude, that was a good read. Dude, you're a professional.
That was a good read. Dude,
you're really good.
All right, we are ready to go back to gameplay. Looks like we got Mike Evans versus Hollywood Brown, Saquon Barkley against Denzel Ward. If I know anything about the last game, Greg, and Saquon, he might try to throw this game early and already out to a 7-0 start.
Oh,
Denzel Ward.
We just got to pick on the game on the right. Early 7-0 lead by Denzel, and he just got a pick. Oh, baby.
Everyone tuning in, thank you so much on Twitch. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is awesome. Like we got a replay of. I'd love to get a replay of that touchdown going on here.
Here we are.
That first touchdown.
Oh, what route is that? What route is that?
That's called the Greg Olsen route, a.k.a. a 7 route.
Wow, that was a user pick. by Nick Bolton. Wow.
Great pick.
Corner out. Kadarius
Hated him. Yep. That was awesome.
Then a user pick there by Bolton. We're getting really good repetitive reviews there. This feels like a huge stop, C-Mac. It feels like Saquon has to get a red zone stop here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like some form of – wow. Great up. Long touchdown, Pacheco.
I think Saquon called that defense when they have 7 guys on the field. Or say they're
I don't know. What is there there's not an automatic timeout, is there, if you're playing with less guys? Saquon really might have a tea time. Eckler sounded genuine. Saquon might have a tea time. We got playing for the Niners down here.
Oh yeah. I think that's Mike Evans is playing with the 49ers.
Mike Evans playing with the 49ers? That fires me up. I saw a white running back and freaked out for a second. I was like, I didn't know there was another one.
No, it's just you. I don't know. It's just
me.
It's just you.
It was me playing for the Niners. That's awesome. Well, Mike Evans playing for the Niners, which is awesome. Little surprise. I didn't see that coming, but I am not complaining. Greg, you want to hear some Mike Evans?
Hey, the over-under on touches for C-Mac in this game is, I'm putting it at 22.
Well, I've seen 2 plays so far, and I've had 2 touches. So there you go. Oh, I'm taking the over on 22. I'm taking the over.
I don't hate that. It probably is going to be higher. Short quarters.
You never know, though. Short quarters, time management. No, you're exactly right. I think it'll come down to in-game if he's up and we're running the ball.
Yeah. Fair.
Got some fun Mike Evans fun facts. Greg, did you know he's a huge Harry Potter fan, and he has the Deathly Hallows symbol and the cover of Deathly Hallows Part 2 movie poster tattooed?
Where's the tattoo? That's what everybody
I don't know. I wasn't going to ask. I figured the chat can brainstorm, but his wedding cake was also Harry Potter themed. Which, by the way, I'm all for it because I'm also a huge Harry Potter fan.
Ready?
Yeah, ready. Who we got? $14-0. Solomon Thomas now joining the feed. A legendary college teammate of mine who's been playing in the league going into his 8th season. A great friend, considered family of mine. Solomon, thank you so much for joining the 2nd annual Logan Bowl on the live stream. Right now we're watching Marcus is out. We're watching Saquon Barkley against Denzel Ward and Mike Evans against Hollywood Brown. We got 2 great games going on here, Solly, but we appreciate you joining in. It's me and Greg Olsen. But how you doing, man? What are you in the parking lot? You're not driving, are you?
No, I'm not driving. No, I'm in the parking lot. About to get some food. What's up, Steve? Appreciate you having me at the 2nd annual Logan tournament. I appreciate you, dog. How you doing, Greg?
Solomon, we got to get you in on this next year, man. Do you play any Madden?
Hey, remember last year I beat Saquon in the first round, and then somehow I lost in the championship to Fred. Fred kicked my butt. He beat me by like 30 in the Super Bowl, and it was bad.
So and then you hung up the sticks, didn't you? Solomon got 2nd place last year, and then retired. He hung up the sticks. But what a great career you had! I mean, 1 year you got to the championship. That's an incredible year you had.
Well, I technically lost the 2nd round, but the dude who was supposed to go to the championship couldn't make it, so I took his spot.
Yeah. I remember that.
We don't tell people that, Solly. We don't need to tell people that. You got into the finals. However it happened is how it happened. Austin Eckler gave Mike Evans the 1st round dub. He didn't, he downloaded the wrong version, and so however you get there doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Just the fact that I got there matters.
Yeah. Right now, we got Mike Evans playing as the 49ers, and we're in a deep I formation right here.
That was not a great quarterback sneak there by our boy Brock Purdy.
Hey, Greg, if you were a running back, Let's just say you're playing Madden and you're on the 1 yard line and you're a running back in the game. Would you prefer ISO to the running back where you get the touchdown or quarterback sneak?
No, I think I would have rather go quarterback sneak and come up a yard and a half short, preferably.
Yeah. You would have liked to not score, right, by doing the quarterback sneak.
The idea is to not score.
Hey, Greg, your shirt looks great, by the way. Don't take that from Christian.
McCaffrey's just jealous. This is a great. You know what? I'm gonna give a full report on my shirt.
All right, let's hear it.
I don't wear a lot of dry fit shirts, unlike McCaffrey, because I'm not trying to show off my abs. But
I hear you.
Dry fit shirts when you sit down. So like right now, doesn't look wrinkled, but if I curl up, wrinkled.
Yeah.
It's less the shirt's wrinkled and more just my posture, just for anyone at home who cares.
I think the chat really cares.
The shirt too.
Yeah, it's thin. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's a hot sunny day here in Carolina.
Greg, you're right. It's thin. The material's messed up. You've worn it 15 days in a row. No, I mean everyone's been there. We absolutely get it.
I don't know if I've ever worn this shirt before. Full disclosure.
It smells like a wet dog from how wrinkled and wet it's been for the last 15 days that you haven't changed your shirt. No, 100%.
This shirt couldn't be more breathable.
A terrible smell.
Oh man. Well, we got a heavy defensive game here in this.
I got to ask a question because you introduced Solomon as one of your closest friends, and I always judge how close you are to McCaffrey by this question. Have you ever been asked during the game to spit on his gloves?
See, I don't think I have. I don't think he did that either. I was around
you have to explain that story for the chat and for Solomon, by the way. I don't tell a lot of people that.
Here's the context. You know how late in the season in some of those like Northeast or like Northern games it gets like cold and dry. So we're playing in 2018. 18. So 2018, we're in Philadelphia. It's not like cold, but it's cold-ish, and it's super, super dry. Like your mouthpiece is dry, your gloves, everything about the game is dry. Well, C-Mac gets tackled by the entire Philly defense out of bounds in the paint, like in the chalk, you know? And he gets up, and he is head to toe covered in white paint. And his gloves, his forearms, his elbows, everything about him. So we help him up. We get back in the huddle. And he is struggling with his gloves. Like he's got his towel. He's using other guys' towel. But everything is so dry, he can't get his gloves clean. So he's sitting there and he's trying to spit on his gloves and like rub them together, you know? But he can't. It's like he's spitting sawdust. And he is in like an absolute – he is in the blender. And the next play, surprisingly, was going to him. And he is panicking. He's like, I can't. So he stands next to me in the huddle, and he's like, hey, can you spit on my gloves? And I'm like, sure.
Hey, that's
but
crazy.
I can't get I'm spitting sawdust, too. So I give, like, 2 faint attempts. I'm like, brother, you're on your own here. I was like, my towel's a little wet.
You're on your own.
I was like, dude, just hold on to the rock, man. I don't know what to tell you. You're on your own. It was like, ready, break. And McCaffrey got the ball the next play. Thankfully, everything was fine. But the guy was in an absolute tailspin in the huddle because he was a mess and he could not get his gloves clean. So that's how I know how close we are.
How many guys was he asking? Was he just asking you, or was he asking everyone in the huddle?
In my mind, he only asked me.
Well, you know what? I think I only did ask you. I wasn't about to ask Cam. I would have never been able to live that down if I asked Cam to spit on my gloves in the middle of a game.
Dude, there's nothing.
Could you imagine?
There was nothing I wouldn't do for you in the middle of the game. I gave it my best attempt, but no different than you. I wasn't getting a whole lot of.
You always wonder, right? Like how high your heart rate gets in the middle of a game, and my heart rate's gotten high naturally in the middle of an NFL football game. But when my gloves are slippery, and you're getting the ball in the next play, that does it. I would love to check the numbers on that because, I was in a blender. That's understatement. I was panic mode, full anxiety attack.
It's like, you can't get the ball, Johnny. I'm Johnny.
Yeah. Well, Solomon, dude, thank you so much for popping on for a little bit, man. We really appreciate your time. I know you got a busy weekend, so we'll let you go. But real quick, before you head out, if you want to tell us a little bit about your charity and if there's any way that ourselves or the chat can donate, let us know. We would love to hear about it.
I appreciate you, C. But first of all, I just want to thank you for all you're doing. I mean, what you're doing with the Logan Project and the Logan Bowl is amazing. Super proud of you and all the work you do and what you stand for, brother. So just been an influence to me. But yeah, my foundation is called The Defensive Line. It's in honor of my late sister Ella, who died by suicide. And our mission is to end the epidemic of youth suicide, especially for young people of color, by transforming the way we connect and communicate over mental health. We go to schools, business programs, collegiate sports programs. We run suicide prevention programs to teach those about the language of mental health, how to talk about it, connecting with resources in your area, how to create an action crisis plan, and just how to create a healthy mental health environment so everyone can teach each other, look out for each other, and create a safe place, and we can keep people here from dying from suicide. If you want to donate or learn more about us, you can go to thedefensiveline.org or follow us on Instagram at thedefensiveline. But I appreciate you asking, brother, and I appreciate all you do, and I appreciate you, Greg, and I like your shirt, brother.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate that, and appreciate all you do, man. That's important work and super special. So appreciate that, man.
Yeah, Solomon, thanks, bro. I mean, I think it's an understatement, but we're all so proud of you and the work that you've done, man. And what a touching personal story that you have, and to see what you've done with it is incredible, man. So thank you so much for popping on for a little bit and sharing. And chat, make sure to go check all that stuff out. Solomon does unbelievable work, and we appreciate you sharing.
I appreciate you, C. Hey, whoever wins, let me know. I'm gonna be tuned in.
I got you. All right, man. Take it easy.
All right. Appreciate you, brother. I'll see y'all.
See you, Solly. We got a hell of a barn burn on this. Look at this game. This is going to be a good game right here, man. I can already tell by the gameplay, Greg. Mike knows what he's doing. We got a George Kittle out route right there and doing what he does best, which is break tackles and continue to run with the ball in his hands.
You got to get George to play this 1 year.
He's on a flight today. I asked him last year. I asked him this year, and he might be the busiest man in the NFL.
Yeah, true.
I love that screen pass.
Oh, we got another one.
I like the red zone screen.
Dude, you were wide open on that last route.
I saw it. I didn't want to say it. I saw it.
I'll say it.
Chat. Bet the chat saw it. Chat had it. Mike, what's going on, man? You got Christian McCaffrey and Greg Olsen here.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man? How are you?
Not too much, man. Hey, you got to tell us what sparked the decision to play with the Niners?
Well, I mean, it's the C-Max Foundation.
That's a good enough answer for me, man. Because you're not getting any.
Against the Chiefs.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Because I was telling Greg, I saw when I saw a white running back out there, I was super confused. I didn't know that you guys had one at Tampa. And then I realized who it was. I was like, oh, man, he's playing with me. That's awesome.
Mike, what's the over?
Yeah, getting me off my game.
Mike, what's the over-under? What's the over-under on the amount of touches for C-Mac here today?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
I can. Yeah, but it's just double talking. But
Mike,
would you say the over-under for what?
For the amount of C-Mac touches in your offense, how many times are you going to try to get on the ball?
A lot.
Can we go to the Mike? Can you guys change to the Mike Evans
best
game?
Players all time.
Yeah, we need to get to the other game.
They Mike, sorry, they got us on the wrong game real quick. We're trying to get the there you go. Now we're at your game. Okay, there we go. So we were talking, Mike. We were talking a little bit about your Harry Potter fandom. And by the way, before I get going, the hardest part of the Logan Bowl is having to talk and do interviews while you're playing the game. But we want to hear about your Harry Potter fandom and where that sparked?
My second grade teacher, she read us the book.
Oh my God.
Philosopher's Stone, and then the movie came out a few months later, and that's how it happened. I loved it ever since.
We're big Harry Potter fans over here.
You big Harry Potter fan?
I love it. Huge. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
huge, man. I still got to get down to Harry Potter World. That's my next vacation I'm going.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should keep asking about Harry Potter, because that was a 45-yard sack that you just had against Hollywood Brown. I wonder what the mentality was scrambling that deep.
Hollywood. They asked you what was your thought process scrambling back that far?
We'll get him on in a second and ask him. I think right now we just have you. But
Bosa! If that was the Bucs, he would have made that play, man. Don't you ever feel like guys just save big performances for your team?
Yeah, that's right.
How Greg Olsen was.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just kidding, brother.
That's true. Greg was a heartbreaker.
He balled on everybody.
Hey, Mike, we want to hear a little bit about your foundation, the Mike Evans Family Foundation, providing children with opportunities and help victims of domestic violence. If you want to just tell the chat and everybody viewing kind of what started that, where they can help out, and talk to us a little bit about your foundation.
Well, something me and my wife started in 2017. I've always been a guy that wanted to give back. And then me and my wife decided to get the foundation started with causes that are, near and dear to our heart. Things that we've experienced and have to go through. Get that. So if anybody wants to, see what we're about, follow us on all socials, Mike Evans Family Foundation. And our website is mikeevansfamilyfoundation.org.
Awesome, man. Thanks so much for plugging that. So the chat, you guys heard it here. Make sure you give back. I mean, all these guys around the league, obviously you guys see them on Sundays and now Mondays and Thursdays and all these different places. But, there's so much more than just football players. We all take a lot of pride in helping people out, which is why we're here in honor of the late Logan Hale and celebrating the Logan Project and putting gaming consoles in hospitals all over the country so that kids have a little bit of an escape while they're going through a really hard time. But Mike, being one of the best players in the NFL and has been since he got in the league, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that he has multiple NFL records. He's the youngest player to reach 7,000 career receiving yards. He holds almost every single record for the Buccaneers franchise, including receptions, yards, and touchdowns. He's a Super Bowl champion. He'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer when it's all said and done, and just an unbelievable football player in person. So, Mike, thanks for popping on with us, man. If there's ever anything Greg or I can do to help you, always let us know.
Man, I appreciate you having me, man. You really think I'm a first ballot?
Yes.
If you're not a first ballot, I don't know who the hell is. I tell you that much. I think it was. I
don't know, man.
Every year you've been in the league, I think you've. Yeah. Well, if it's not first, it's second, and if it's not second, it's third. But you're a Hall of Famer, that's for sure. So, everything you've done has been nothing short of incredible. So.
Oh, Purdy! Thank y'all for having me too, man. This is fun and for a great cause.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think we might be on a little bit of a lag, no? Or is it just my screen that's lagged? Greg, are you a little bit lagged on the gameplay?
Yeah, what I'm hearing him say
is 14-7, third quarter, 50 seconds left. Oh,
yeah, behind. Yeah, we're a little bit behind. We're a little bit behind, which is okay, but we would love to get to Mike.
We know Purdy's about to make a big play.
Yeah, I can tell by the reaction that Purdy's about to.
Amazing play. Plays I've seen him make against us twice. His rookie year and his past year. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He just, what?
All right, now we know that
production dude fell on the ground.
I predict McCaffrey's about to have a big play.
We're getting the spark notes before the actual play happens, which is actually nice. If there are any gamblers out there on the Logan Bowl.
How many touches is McCaffrey up to? He's got 5 rushes. How many
5
catches?
for 20.
The under.
About 2 catches.
If we could get the gameplay synced with the interview, if not, we can just go right to the gameplay so Mike can focus up.
Do not lead this man one-on-one with safety.
Well, Mike, we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I believe in you. I believe in the Niners dub after this. We appreciate you taking some time to do this. All right, Greg, I think we're back just on the gameplay, so we won't have any more spoilers. Not that it was his fault, but
all right. Let's do a quick State of the Union here. Let's get a quick. Let's just get a quick recap here, McCaffrey. Game on the right from the beginning. Denzel Ward's been pretty much in control. That game's under 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, so barring a sudden change there, looks like Denzel's going to be in the championship. But the game, I think that's the fun one, is the one on the left. Mike Evans, Hollywood Brown. We saw Hollywood Brown score 40-plus in game 1, and so far, Mike Evans has done a nice job holding him just 14 all start of the fourth quarter. So
you're exactly right. I think Saquon needs an absolute prayer, which he might. He throws a pick. That looks like that's going to be game. Hollywood Brown is going to go to the not Hollywood Brown, right? Hollywood.
Denzel's beating Saquon.
Denzel's beating Saquon.
Yep.
Denzel looks like he's going to go to the finals. You can imagine that stadium is very quiet right now after that pick. But you're right. This game, 14-14 on the left here. I didn't know what was going to happen. After Hollywood's first game scoring 65 points or whatever it was, I thought maybe this was going to be a runaway. But Mike getting that first-round bye, no tape to watch.
Fresh. That first-round bye, he looked like he was fresh. His players weren't worn out. I think playing multiple games in one day is difficult.
A lot on the eyes. A lot on the low back. Mike Evans did a dynamic warm-up while the first games were going on, so he's ready to go.
He looked loose in that chair.
Yeah.
Now the question is, does Hollywood Brown go milk the clock and just say, I'm going to make this one possession for me and then try to get a stop, or does he try to score fast and give himself time, then even if Mike Evans does score, he gets another crack at it? So I think how Hollywood Brown manages a little under 4 minutes, about 3:40 and change, we're going to get a good insight into how many possessions he thinks he has left.
What do you do here, Greg? Are you a fan of milking it and trying to give him as little time as possible, or do you want to score quick?
In real football, I'm going down to try to score. I'm not playing for one. In Madden, I'm much more conscious of running the clock. I think in Madden, you can kill 3 minutes in Madden pretty quickly. I think in a regular game, I think if you're in this boat, you want to go score right now. I just think three minutes to go, it's hard to get into milk mode when the other team has the 2-minute warning plus all 3 timeouts. I think you got to just continue to stay aggressive, go down and just at least get points, and then your defense is going to have to get a stop.
I like that plan. I think that's a good plan. I think you got to get points. I mean, you can. A lot of times when you assume we'll just milk the clock and you're assuming you're going to score, and you can't always assume you're going to score. I think you definitely just need the points. We got a special guest coming on now. Another guy who's been a prominent, unbelievable player in the NFL for so long now. Adam Thielen, been a legend in the league for a while. Adam, how you doing, man? Absolutely, man. We got some good ball going on here, man. We got some good games, down to 4 contestants. Looks like Denzel Ward's coming home with going to the finals, and Hollywood Brown is playing against Mike Evans in the other game, which is coming down to a barn burner. But we appreciate you taking some time, man. out of your busy day, busy schedule to join the call. What's new? How's everything going? And talk to us about what's going on right now in the off season for you.
Yeah, just enjoying the off season with the family and getting back at it, which is always crazy. It's like April hits and boom, you're back at it, learning a new playbook and playing football again. It's like last week you have the veteran mini camp and it's like 0 to 100. Here we go. So, but things are good. It's always fun to learn a new playbook, kind of try to figure out how you can make it your own. Master it to the best of your ability, and it keeps me young and excited about playing football.
Awesome, man. Adam, we know you've been so fun to watch for such a long time, and we know kind of, I don't know, for those people that don't know your journey in the league, it's been inspiring because obviously you weren't given anything and have earned everything you have, and it's been just so cool to watch. And I read a fun fact about you that you were almost a dental equipment salesman. I would love to hear more about that.
Yeah. That's always a fun one to talk about, especially looking back at it now. But so I was trying to make it in the league. I was very realistic with coming from a Division II school and literally nobody knowing who I was or what I could do. That there was a real possibility that I wasn't going to get an opportunity. So as I was kind of going through the process, I was going to these combines that were not the real NFL combine. It was kind of these little regional combines. I knew that I had to kind of prepare for something else. So give everything I got into trying to make it in the NFL, but also prepare for if it doesn't work out. So I went and interviewed, had a connection in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul, for Patterson Dental, it was called, and had an interview. And after doing the interview, I think it was just like an internship of some sort. And after the interview, they said, "Hey, the job's yours." I said, "But there's one thing. I'm trying to make it into the NFL, and if things work out, I obviously can't take the job." And they laughed at me when I said that. But then I was like, "Actually, no, I'm serious." So, but they were like, "Yeah, take your time, figure that out, and get back to us." Fortunately, I never got back to them.
Wow, what a story, man! That's so cool. I think it worked out for you, being the first player in NFL history with 8 consecutive games with 100+ receiving yards, and obviously have been to Pro Bowls. It's such an incredible journey and such an incredible player to watch, man. And obviously also have a lot of really cool stuff going on with the Thielen Foundation, creating programs for children so they're equipped and empowered to reach their full potential in life. If you want to explain a little bit about that, you want to hold your mic up just a little bit more, though, that would be great. But talk to us a little bit about your foundation in a second, actually, because real quick, there was a big pick 6 there that Mike Evans just threw. And now we got Mike Evans against Hollywood Brown, down 7 with 1:20 in the fourth quarter for those of you who are watching now. And you can kind of see that the Madden, the stadium's getting loud. It's shaking for the offense. So we'll see what Mike Evans does. But Adam, explain to us a little bit about your foundation and some of the stuff you're doing.
Yeah, so obviously part of being in the NFL and given such an amazing platform, and my wife and I really wanted to make sure that with that we wanted to do as much good as we possibly could to help others reach their full potential. Like you said, our main impact, area that we focus on is youth reaching their full potential. So we started the Thielen Foundation about 5 years ago with a broad mission statement so that we could impact as many youth as possible. We've done a lot of things, starting with mental health, youth mental health, and pairing with hospitals in the Twin Cities, and now really partnering with inner city schools that have zero resources and opportunities for these kids to really flourish. We kind of go in there and revamp their weight rooms, try to make them look sweet, turfed out, all brand new weights, equipment, bands, everything that I use in my off-season training at ECS, which we own, Sports Performance Gyms. We basically make it look exactly like that. And what we found out is it makes a huge impact because these kids want to play sports, they want to be great at their sports, and what we found out is they get a lot of confidence, and they actually do better in school, they're better at home, they're actually really finishing out their sports seasons, they're finishing out school, high school, and actually going on to college. So we've had some great results from it, and that's been the cool thing is in 5 years that we've had our foundation is you kind of figure out what actually makes an impact and what maybe doesn't make as much impact, and you kind of lean on those things that you know are going to make a difference. And it's really exciting and fun to continue to do that.
That's awesome, man. Well, we appreciate you stopping by, man, and telling us a little bit about that. And I know you're busy, so thank you so much for being a part of the Logan Project and the Logan Bowl this year. We'll let you go, but thank you so much for popping on. The barn burner down to the wire there on that last game with Hollywood Brown taking the win. I thought Mike had a chance there at the end, threw a pick, 2 late picks in the game, which were tough. Not if Adam Thielen was on the field, though, that would have gone a different way. So, hey, man, thanks so much for stopping by, and good luck to you. Greg, what do you think about that last game?
Man, you could see on Mike Evans' face, that was not how he drew up. You guys, I say you guys because he was playing with the 49ers. Brock threw 2 touchdowns, and he was playing well, and then he had the 2 picks, the pick 6, and then kind of the one that sealed the deal. And listen, we evaluate quarterbacks on how they play in crunch time, and Madden 24 version of Brock Purdy, that wasn't his best day, and he's got to learn from it, and he's got to come back better next time.
Well, I mean, look, I know people love to talk about quarterback play, and I've always said the quarterback and the head coach, way too much credit, way too much blame. If I can be honest with you, you know what I would have loved to see a little bit more of is a little bit more of the run game. A little bit more of the run game. I think we could have used, a little bit more of 2-3 back there, getting wide zones, inside zones, switching it up with some power, with some duo. I think that would have went a little bit better for Mike, especially there at the end there. Looking back, Bijan had the best plan. He was running the ball. He was throwing everyone off, and I think that's why he won that first game, or almost won. But
just real quick, anyway, on that note, Bijan had such a good game plan, he didn't make it out of the first round. So just real quick, just to make sure we're all on the same page.
But can we go over why he didn't make it out of the first round?
Because
someone got in his
complete pass.
Someone got in Bijan's head about passing the ball, right? And so he started throwing the ball. He threw a couple picks. By the way, Saquon was trying to let him win, and he kept throwing the ball. Bijan had the best strategy of all time, which was run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. He's running the ball on 3rd and 25, I think, and was getting the first downs. I liked his game plan until he switched it up. I would have liked to see Mike Evans run the ball a little bit more. But doesn't matter because we got a final of Hollywood Brown against Denzel Ward. I'm excited for this game. 2 players who played really well in all of their games. Hollywood Brown, Greg, being the talker on social media this last week about he's the best Madden player in the NFL. I think even beyond that. And right now, that's holding true. We'll see if it does against Denzel Ward in the final. Do you have any predictions for this last game?
It's hard. Coming out of the first round, I would have said Hollywood Brown was the favorite after what he did to Marcus Williams. Mike Evans, a bit of a sleeper, getting the first round bye due to the Austin Eckler technical difficulty forfeit/bye. After Denzel Ward's first win against Hutchinson, especially after Hutchinson told us he hadn't played Madden in 5 years, that was a really close game. So I was like, all right, maybe Denzel Ward, maybe he hasn't played in a while, but then he really took it to Saquon. So I still think Hollywood Brown's the favorite. We got a classic offense versus defense matchup here. I still think if I had a bet on it, I'd say Hollywood Brown just because he's scoring points. But I thought from round 1 to the semis, Denzel Ward got better. And if he continues that, he's got good game management, good balance, can't turn the ball over because Hollywood's shown that he can score.
Yeah, and I think, to your point, being a receiver and a DB, and we have, a lot of different guys who understand offense as well, but being in that specific position, you have to know the whole offense. You have to know different positions. You have to know spacing and timing. And so I love watching receivers when they play Madden because they typically have a really good grasp of the pass game. Hollywood Brown, who had 51 receptions last year for 574 receiving yards and 4 TDs with an 81 overall. I'm sure that'll continue just to rise because he's an unbelievable player. Now going to a great team in Denzel Ward. 2 teammates, no? With 34 tackles, 11 passes defended, and 2 interceptions with a 90 overall rating. That's got to be one of the highest in the league. Excited for this matchup, Greg. This should be a good one. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. The Logan Bowl, the second one, you can donate now by typing !donate in the chat or scan the QR code on the screen. You can also visit theloganbowl.org to learn more. Once again, there's a QR code on the screen right at the bottom, and theloganbowl.org, or donate by typing !donate in the chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have the last final round, Hollywood Brown against Denzel Ward, an incredible matchup of the second annual Logan Bowl in honor of late Logan Hale, who, for those of you who weren't here from the beginning of the cast, was a 13-year-old boy who passed away of cancer, who in his obituary made it a huge effort. He wanted to provide gaming consoles for kids who are in hospitals going through such a tough time, receiving treatment, who have cancer, who's not at school, not playing sports with their friends, to be able to have that little bit of time to be able to communicate with your friends and feel like you're not going through such a terrible thing just for a little bit. And so that's why Greg and I are here. We're here to see his dream come to fruition. And so it's been an incredible journey so far. We're only 2 years into this thing. We can't wait to see it grow. We've provided Xboxes in 7 cities so far, and gaming consoles in general. And we're looking to get gaming consoles in all NFL cities across the country, and hopefully even beyond that one day. So Logan's family, thank you. To his school who's tuned in, thank you guys. We really appreciate you. We love you. We're here for you, and we can't wait to see how far this thing goes. But it wouldn't happen without our sponsors. So thank you to all our sponsors: Visa, EA Sports, Body Armor, Lowe's, all you guys who have supported the event. This doesn't happen without you. So thank you guys so much. And all of the people who have donated from the chat, thank you too. And then obviously this wouldn't happen without, these NFL players who are taking time out of their busy schedules to play a little bit of Madden for a great cause. So thank you guys too. And all of you guys, who have donated. I know Bijan just donated $10,000 to this. So man, that's the kind of stuff that's heartwarming. And you love to see guys around the league supporting each other's foundations, because it's so much bigger than just the game. And so you love to see that. So thank you, everybody who I just mentioned, for helping out. Make this, very relaxed, laid-back event such a fun one. So I'm glad we could be a part of it. And Greg, thank you again for hosting this. I just wanted to get all that out of the way and make sure I took a lot of time on that, because, we're not here without that. So thank you all for being such a huge part of this.
C-Mac, I gotta say, C-Mac, you might have a future in television, bud. You are crushing in and out of breaks, ad reads, transitions, interviews. I'm just sitting here and just taking it all in, dude. I'm very impressed. Can I tell you what just a little technique that I've picked up on just doing this myself, which I think has helped me. Whenever you get the papers and you do the double tap on the table and then put the paper down and just a little bit of a roll, there's a lot of nonverbal techniques that I've picked up on that have kind of made it look a little more official. Obviously, I have my Body Armor water here. I got a good black coffee here. I think those are aesthetically appealing props, but that's authentic props. I'm drinking my coffee and I'm drinking my water, but for some reason, like you see the newscasters when they're on TV and they do the set down with a little bit of a roll, that just adds to me to the aesthetic. And so I appreciate you saying that, man, because I'm working hard here. I'm working hard. I would love to know what's on that computer. That looks like
right here. We have no, this is real. This is the Logan Bowl Discord going on right here. I'm not messing around.
Dude, I'm very impressed. I think you're doing well. You can see how relaxed I am. I'm literally the epitome of just like the sidekick analyst. Just bring me in when you need me. If not, I'm hanging here and you're crushing it. You're crushing it.
No. Hey, you know what? I've learned from the best. I've learned from you. That's why.
What are you doing right now?
So for those of you who don't know, the guy who set this whole thing up, who really, we don't have this without him, is Ryan Khalil, former teammate of ours. We mentioned him earlier in the chat. Huh?
Can we get him on camera?
We need to get Ryan Khalil on camera. If this guy could please come in here. Ryan Khalil, one of the best players in Carolina Panthers history, is now joining our show. Ryan, say it. Yeah. Look at him moving stuff around. Yeah. Here, take this. I don't know if you can.
There's nothing I can do about Greg's shirt. We're already waiting for the street. No, I don't think Nike can. Yeah, I mean, it's the best he could do, I guess. All right, we'll work on it for next year. Yeah, Christian's crushing. Doing a great job, buddy. Keep it up.
Oh, man, one of the best, man.
Typical
one of the best,
Khalil.
Ryan.
Typical Khalil. He's always got to make it about himself.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. All right, guys, we're going to take a small break real quick, but we appreciate everyone tuning in. When you come back, we got the championship round. Snag your popcorn, some jujubes, whatever you need. Get comfortable because we're in for a show for this final round. Greg, thank you. Ryan, thank you. Everyone joining, thank you guys so much. We're going to take a quick break.
I'm not thanking Ryan.
While Dave gets down with art, a fraudster just bought literal snake oil with his payment info. But with Visa Zero Liability, he won't pay for what he didn't buy. Beautiful. Visa's advanced AI checks over 500 data points on transactions to help stop fraud. So Ingrid can dive into desire with no worries. Hot. Visa's advanced AI checks over 500 data points on transactions to help stop fraud. So Ingrid can dive into desire with no worries. Hot. Oh, the snow couch? That wasn't fraud. That was Wanda. Visa's AI checked over 500 data points on that transaction. So Wanda can watch her escrow go. Cute.
We are back for the final Logan Bowl, last game, Hollywood Brown against Denzel Ward. What a fun event this has been so far. Alongside me is my co-host, Greg Olsen, one of the best to ever do it, a great friend, former teammate of mine. Greg, thanks so much for joining us. This has been a great event, man. I mean, this is something that's very near and dear to my heart. Obviously, Logan Hale, who was a fan of mine, who passed away from cancer, which is why we're here. Obviously, the Logan Project being named after him. And we're living out his dream, man. His dream was to provide gaming consoles for kids in hospitals who were undergoing treatment and who are, stuck in hospital rooms so that, they could communicate with their friends. So this has been so cool to see, man. Everybody on the chat, thank you guys so much for joining. Now, we've raised over $158,000 so far just from this, online event. And so I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's already donated. Over $158,000 for something that we're doing online, man, is a really cool thing. So that fires me up. I'm sure you guys are making Logan's family proud. You guys are making a lot of kids who are in hospitals proud. I think that gives us enough gaming consoles to put more in 8+ hospitals across the country. So that would get us to 15 different cities across the country. So already in this quick 2 hours, man, you guys have helped us make such a huge difference in a lot of kids' lives. So thank you so much. And if you haven't donated and want to donate, you can donate by typing !donate in the chat. Scan the QR code at the bottom. You can also visit the loganbowl.org. And if those very clear, concise, perfect directions aren't good enough for you, you can go on my social or the foundation's social media platforms and donate there as well. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got a fun match ahead of us. Hollywood Brown against Denzel Ward. This should be a barn burner. Greg, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm not really enjoying all the shots at my shirt. And outside of that, I feel great. I feel like the event's been awesome. 150,000 plus is incredible. And I think we probably have the best two guys left. So I think this is what everybody tuned in for. A battle offense versus defense, battle of the best. Hollywood Brown came in with a lot of trash talk, a lot of confidence, and so far he's done everything to back it up. So let's do it.
This should be fun. I'm excited to see this. Hollywood Brown, you see his
do it Mahomes this year.
He's going to have a lot of fun, as does a lot of people who play with him. So I'm sure he's extremely excited. I got a couple Hollywood Brown fun facts as the chat. You guys can read his player card right there, his Madden player card, and then we got Denzel's player card coming up here as well. But I got a couple Hollywood Brown fun facts that I can't wait to ask him about. He was a Six Flags Magic Mountain worker in his first year of college at the College of the Canyons before he transferred to Oklahoma. Greg, I'm sure you've had a couple visits to Six Flags, no?
No, but you want to hear something ironic?
Yep.
So my sixth grader, Tate, he's on a class trip right now at like our version here locally in Charlotte, our version of Six Flags, which is called Carowinds. And I got an email from his teachers asking if I could be his chaperone. But obviously I said no because we're crushing the Logan Bowl. Or if not, I'd be fake riding roller coasters right now if it wasn't for this event. And I don't ride roller coasters. So I have no experience working at Six Flags or any amusement parks. But if I wasn't doing the Logan Bowl, I'd be chasing a bunch of sixth grade boys around in 95-degree weather. So I'm very happy that today was the Logan Bowl.
Every time I go to Six Flags, Greg, it's always unbelievably hot You're sweaty. You're waiting in line, and my shirt looks like yours right now. By the end of the day, it's undefeated. It always happens just like that.
Shirt always ends up off. Is that why your shirt's always off? Because
any excuse to take my shirt. I find any excuse to take my shirt off. By the way,
really wrinkled. I'll take it off.
If it's hot out, oh my God, it's hot. I take my shirt off. If it's cold out, I go. Have you seen the Wim Hof stuff? You're supposed to get cold exposure right to your skin. I take my shirt off any climate. While I have it, I'm taking my shirt off. I would take my shirt off right now if it weren't not appropriate.
Who said it's not appropriate?
I did.
I think we can revise those rules. It's your event. You can take your shirt off.
Greg. Take it easy.
Take your shirt off.
Take it easy, Greg. I'll tell you what, if my shirt looked like your shirt, I would take my shirt off. And that's not even to take my shirt off. That's out of respect for the Logan Bowl.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Your chest hair looks better than that wrinkled shirt you have on right now.
I thought you were saying you could see my chest hair through my shirt. I was like, I don't think you can.
No. You're good.
That'd be great, though.
Well, that's enough about that, Greg. What do you say? Let's get back to the gameplay and watch this final game and why we came here. We would love to see if we can get going here. No?
I'm in. Let's go. Kick it off.
Let's do it.
Do you want to talk about my Emmy?
Yeah, I was gonna. Hey, by the way, I meant to ask you about that. I couldn't see anything for the first hour and a half of the show past your shirt. But I would love to see, now that I'm past your shirt, I would love to see what you have going on in the back there. Can you explain that to me?
It's an Emmy Award. Are you familiar with those?
Can you explain to us what the Emmys are?
Yeah, so it's an Emmy Award. It's not important, but it looks great on the shelf.
And your name's on it?
Yeah. Greg Olsen, 2023 Sports Emmys. That's
not a replica. That's not just like you're a real big fan of the Emmys.
No.
That's impressive, man. Seriously though, I mean, look, I'm blessed, man. I get to work with guys like Greg Olsen, who has an Emmy, right? And one of the best tight ends to ever play in the NFL, and has an Emmy behind him. And then the producer of the show, Ryan Khalil, who's also a Hall of Famer, one day will be, and if he's not, it's a sin, but he will be, who has his own production company with Blake Griffin called Mortal Media, and he's out here producing huge movies like White Man Can't Jump and many more, and shows on Apple. And so, I mean, how lucky am I that I get to work with an Emmy winner and guys like Khalil?
Ryan reminds us all the time how fortunate we all are to be in his presence. So we are all just constantly... Last year, around this time, give or take, I don't remember exactly when it was, but I was out in LA for the White Man Can't Jump premiere, and it was fantastic. And the guy's got Apple show. I mean, the guy's really, really a big deal, and that's the reality of it. And he doesn't. The fact that you were able to get him to agree to do something like this is pretty amazing. He must really enjoy you as a former teammate / friend.
No, it's yeah. I mean, look, he's unbelievable, always has been. But you know what he doesn't have, Greg, is an Emmy.
Fair.
And you do.
Listen.
You do.
Listen.
How much does the Emmy weigh? Look at that thing. Look at that thing sitting on the.
I know some of us hosting this event have won Rookie of the Years and Offensive Players of the Years, and their trophy shelves have all sorts of awards from college, and even though you should have won the Heisman, and I haven't.
Is Alvin Kamara hosting this? Because he won Rookie of the Year. I didn't know he was hosting this.
What'd you win? Offensive Player of the Year.
Took me 7 years.
Semantics.
All right. Well, hey, look. Congrats on your Emmy, Greg. I'm sure you tell everyone about it. I can't wait to hear more about it later in the show. We'll talk more about your Emmy.
It's not there. I just put it there for this show.
Yeah, it's usually in the kitchen, right? Yeah.
I keep it in the kids' rooms to remind them of how amazing their dad is.
Amazing. Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, anyway, hey, we got Hollywood Brown now here, one of our finalists for the second annual Logan Bowl. Hollywood, how's it going, man?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
Doing well. Once again, man, we appreciate you having us on or coming and being part of this, man. This is a cool event for a great cause. I know you're extremely busy, so thank you so much for being a part of this. talk to us a little bit about your first 2 games you played strategically, what you liked, what you didn't like. And real quick, hey, Hollywood, before you say anything, I got to ask, Denzel, are you in an evil layer? Where are you?
I'm in the bed. Hey.
That's an unbelievable lighting setup you got going on, man.
Denzel's still at the club. Denzel's still at the club. He asked him to set up Madden in the nightclub.
Yeah, he's in the private section in the back with the red lights. That's exactly where he is.
Hollywood, you got like a professional. You have a professional microphone. I'm assuming you've talked a fair share of trash on Twitch to a bunch of little kids around the country. Is that fair?
Yeah. I get on here and play with everybody.
Yeah, Hollywood live streams on Twitch in his free time. Hollywood, this will be a good time. We got a lot of people viewing this thing. If you want to plug your Twitch by any means, because I know you have serious game, obviously not just in Madden, but GTA, Call of Duty, all that stuff.
Yeah, man. And y'all follow me on Twitch. Subscribe, Hollywood Brown 5.
And we were talking about this a little bit earlier, Hollywood, but you worked at a Six Flags your first year of college at the College of the Canyons. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, when I had to go to junior college, I was trying to find somewhere to go. I never been out of Florida before, so my mom wasn't really comfortable with me leaving. But I was like, I'm gonna get a job. And so
that's awesome, man. What a cool journey, man. It's been so fun seeing your success. Obviously, probably pretty excited to be in Kansas City now. So congratulations, man. And we'll let you get to this, but we do want to interview Denzel a little bit too here. Denzel, how do you think your first 2 games went? Obviously, you got going on right here. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. What's your strategy?
Oh, man, I can't strategy right now. Got the ball right, throw the game right, and points on the board. Throws like that right there that we just did.
There you go. Look at, hey, Greg, what route was that?
No, it's a 7 route. Denzel, do you think Hollywood's trying to get some like sympathy points by wearing your jersey? Like, you think he's trying to get you to like take it easy on him? What do you think's the strategy behind that?
Oh man, it's where he is. I got case, so I should have put it on with him.
That would have been great. That would have been great.
Hey, Denzel, I'm reading here right now. You founded the Make Them Know Your Name Foundation that prevents heart-related fatalities in honor of your late father, who said, "Make them know your name." That's such a cool cause, man. And we got to read a little bit about that before this, but we would love for you to plug that a little bit and tell us a little bit about that, because I think that's just such an amazing cause. And while we're here and you're taking time out of your day to help my foundation, we would love to hear a little bit about that. I know you're playing right now, but anyone can help who's in the chat. If you want to tell them where to go, and so we can support your cause as well.
Definitely. It's a Heart Health Foundation. Anyone looking to learn PK, and inspired by my late father, cardiac arrest. He had a heart attack. My family and I foundation to really just spread awareness health and put kids in the very and just communities and just spreading the health and now exercise, eating healthy, and
they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's amazing, man. That's awesome. We appreciate you sharing a bunch about that. I think obviously we are doing the Logan Project for the late Logan Hale, who passed away from cancer, and so we're trying to provide Xboxes and gaming consoles for kids in hospitals going through a tough time. But Greg Olsen knows a lot about heart issues with his son TJ, who went through a lot of different stuff too, and so kind of all of this is you know, very connected in different ways. So, man, I just want to say thanks so much for plugging that. I didn't mean to interrupt you and talking about that during the game. That's the hardest part of the Logan Bowl, is when the player has to talk while playing. I know it's a tough task to do, but thanks so much, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. And right into your foundation. Just definitely look forward to coming.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate it, definitely. Well, Greg, we got 3-0 right here at the end of the first. We'll start getting to a little bit of gameplay before we start the second quarter. If you want to donate, type !donate in the chat or scan the QR code on screen. You can also visit the loganbowl.org. And if that's too much, you can follow Christian McCaffrey Foundation on social media, and all the links to donate will be there. And here we go. Final game, Greg. We got the Chiefs in the red zone. Pat Mahomes under center, strong right. Little weak side outside zone to Pacheco. Good, strong, hard runner.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. After the first couple games, I don't know if I would have guessed that we'd be here in the second quarter and Hollywood Brown hasn't scored yet.
I know, especially after that first performance.
We've seen him run with Mahomes a lot, especially down here in the red zone. All right, what are you calling, C-Mac? Make your prediction. All right, so it's 3rd and 1.
I'll give you 2 guesses. You only need 1.
Yeah, you're going to go 5 wide. Quarterback draw, put the hands in the best runner.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, I'm getting in the dot, and I'm running either 18 structure or 19 weak. I'm running or you know what I would actually do, Greg? I would throw a little bubble screen to whoever the slot receiver is on the left. Oh, yeah, that's what he did. He scored. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Tell us what 18-19 structure is. Is that like duo?
No, the 8 and 9, 18 and 19. That's wide. That's outside zone. Yeah, outside zone. Weak, obviously, to the weak side, to the tackle. Structure being just a strong side, outside zone run to the tight end.
I've never heard of a play called structure before. I like that.
You learn something new every day. It's not very hard to learn. It just means the O-line is blocking the structure of the defense.
Makes sense why they call it structure. These football guys are smart.
Yeah, creative.
These football guys are really smart.
All right, we got Cleveland, Deshaun Watson here in the back.
A lot of run.
7-3 game.
A lot of run game.
I like the no huddle. I like the up-tempo, quick pace of play. But you're right, a lot of run game. No shock, though, when you got Nick Chubb in the backfield.
And now they're in 3rd and 7. Now the question is, put yourself in most likely a must-pass. Looks like he's got a tight end corner out. Nope, I'm sorry. Yeah, tight end corner out on the right. Harrison.
I don't know if you're allowed to give the plays out while – I don't know if the players can hear us now, but you just told them what the play is.
Yeah,
and there could be something going on here. Okay, no, they can't hear us. All right, we're good to go. I was going to say.
I take that back.
That was a great recognition of the middle of the field. You got split safeties here. It looks like he might have Godwin, who's a burner. This might go deep to Godwin. We'll see.
Or gets sacked, fumbled, strip sack, fumble.
Oh!
Who recovered it?
Cleveland recovers. Almost a huge change of pace here in this game.
Yeah, Mike Dana, for anybody watching at home, number 51. Big sack.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
What's your call here, 2nd and long, Greg?
Yeah, I think I'd call a little scissors concept here to the left. 18's going to run a post and then an out-breaking route. There we go. I'll tell you what, it'd be a lot easier to broadcast games if they showed you what was on the field. That would be great.
Yeah.
God, Olsen's really smart.
I like this. The 2nd and longs, I like the draw. I think the draw doesn't get utilized enough in the league anymore, and it's a pretty consistent, explosive run. partly because they normally do it on 2nd and 3rd and long, and they're not playing the run really heavy.
Yeah.
But I still like it. I like getting a chunk, get to 3rd and manageable, because if you're in complete 2nd and 17, there's not a lot of calls for 3rd and 17.
Yeah, I wouldn't say 3rd and 17 is great. And then remember, the issue here is the clock's going to stop at the 2-minute warning. So barring a big completion, he caught it. There you go.
Got it. Wow.
All right, so now inside the 2-minute warning, I think if you're Cleveland, you want to make sure that you don't give Hollywood Brown. Denzel Ward does not want to give Hollywood Brown the ball back. So he's got to be mindful here of the clock. And then if you're Hollywood Brown, do you start thinking, if they get inside the 20, do you start thinking about using your timeouts to try to see if you can get one more possession before the end of the game?
I think you do. I think you do, Greg. I think anytime you have an opportunity to get Mahomes the ball, and I think that's something that Cleveland and Denzel will take into consideration this whole time is how can we milk the clock? I would rather. I don't know if you want to score a touchdown, obviously, but to put the ball back in Hollywood's hands with Mahomes at quarterback is always something that you got to kind of hold your breath. So scoring is most important, but if you can milk the clock, you have to milk as much time as possible.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think so far they've done a nice job. So now they got 1st and 10, fresh set of downs. Yeah, it keeps it on the ground. I think, tell you what, I've been impressed with Denzel Ward all day. I think he's done a nice job managing the clock and understanding situations.
Really good. You know what else he has? He has a great mix of run and pass, which has been fun to watch. I think you can tell he understands the game. He's making the right cuts as a running back too. But finding the gaps, finding the seams, not forcing things, and really mixing it up and not being predictable.
Yeah, so now I think Hollywood Brown's got to start taking timeouts here, Chris. Oh, he did. Okay, so he just took his first timeout. So that's smart. Tell you what, man, these are seasoned Madden players right here managing the clock.
Yeah, Greg, it's no shock that these guys are in the finals. I think you can see the difference between the Bijan Robinsons of the world, who, by the way, Bijan, thank you so much for the donation, but the donation does not mean that we can't talk about how unbelievably horrible your in-game clock management strategy was, but you can definitely see why he was out in the first, and these two players are in the finals.
I like that you waited till after he donated 10 grand to make that comment. That was well timed.
I pumped him up too, though. I loved him running the ball. It's when he started losing when he got away from the run and called a timeout after an incomplete pass. But
all right, well, 3rd and goal. He's executed, not giving Mahomes the ball back. Now, can he come away with a touchdown? I think this is 4-down territory. I don't think you can go 7-6. I think you got to try to take the lead after this long drive. Oh, speed option. He didn't get in. Oh, my God.
That's tough. I can just watching Nick Chubb play football since he was a freshman in college, I can go ahead and say that that's one of those plays where in real-time football, there's absolutely no way Nick Chubb doesn't score right there. That's if I'm Denzel Ward, I am heated.
Interesting. 4th and goal from the 1, and they're in the gun running a pass.
I don't know. I think it's a fig. I think you give it right back to Chubb. Give it right back to Chubb.
Oh, this is a huge play.
You let him run behind that O-line, and you get one.
Oh, wow. Odell.
Wow.
Peace. Nice.
Great touchdown, great drive, incredible clock management. Risky play at the end there on that 4th and inches. Almost a pick. I don't know who the D lineman was who dropped back in that zone, but that was almost a pick. But lucky for Cleveland, they come away with the lead with 18 seconds left going into halftime.
He could not have executed the end of that half any better than he just did.
Tell you what, that was actually really fun to watch. That was really fun to watch. Both these guys are very high IQ Madden players.
Right. Now, with no timeouts, not even with Mahomes, can he do anything here, right?
I mean, I think those are famous last words, Craig. Those are famous last words. I think anything's possible with him at quarterback.
Love that energy.
Time quickly fading here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
I love the audibles too, man. You can tell they're high IQ because I wouldn't even know how to audible. Look at that. Oh, he didn't get out of bounds. He didn't get out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
That's half. That's half.
Oh, wow. Big half.
Well, we got halftime now. What an incredible first half, Greg. I mean, that was very high IQ football, great offensive play, great defensive play, taking care of the football. Smart play on both sides of the ball. What did you see in the first?
Yeah, I mean, that was an awesome drive there at the end by Denzel Ward. I mean, took it down to 4th down. Interesting choice. Went shotgun 4th and goal from the half-yard line after Chubb got stopped on the 3rd and goal speed option. Either way, he got it to Marquise Goodwin, scored a touchdown to take the lead. I said it earlier, I'm surprised Hollywood Brown hasn't been able to score more points. Obviously he's got Mahomes, he's got Kelsey, he's been running Pacheco a lot all day, which I know makes you happy. But I think in this second half, he's got to come to life a little bit on offense. Finds himself down 10-7.
What do you got? Second half predictions, Greg. What are you seeing?
I still am going to say that Hollywood Brown's going to turn it on. I don't know if I'm just trying to stick to my guns or if I'm just being blinded by that first opening quarterfinal game when he scored 50. But I've been impressed with Denzel Ward. He's gotten better each game. I mean, after barely beating Hutchinson in game 1, he's gotten better and better, and the end of that half. So I don't know, man. If I'm going to go, I think Denzel Ward's sneaking back up here this for me. I know I've picked Hollywood Brown from the jump.
My prediction, and I'll explain why, I think Denzel Ward takes it 24-21. I think that field goal is huge for him, being able to go up 10-7. And I like Cleveland's defense is incredibly talented. And obviously they had a lot of injuries at the quarterback position, but that is a really good football team. And I think Hollywood Brown not having some points is a testament to that Cleveland defense right now, that Denzel Ward's putting together great defensive game plan. So I like him at the end. We should see. Let's get back to the gameplay.
Can't wait. C-Mac, you know who says they're an incredible Madden player that needs to be in this is Cam.
Really?
I see all the time online that he challenges people to Madden and takes all comers. The fact that he's not playing this is a big miss.
I didn't know he plays Madden. That would have been my first call. I mean, I tried last year. Look, I would love to have Cam involved in anything that I do. For obvious reasons.
He needs to play. Next year, he's in. I'm making the decision.
By the way, I'm making the decision now. I'm clearing his schedule up tomorrow so that next year he's in for sure.
I think that's the right move. Him, Kittle.
This is going to be an event that gets better every year, Greg. I can tell you that right now. We're only in the second year. I mean, we've raised.
It's going to be like March Madness. We're going to have 64 players.
Oh, we're going to start pumping this up now. I mean, I want to get it get it to Vegas. I want people gambling on this thing.
I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that at all.
Right, and hopefully the gambling money goes to the foundation. But
obviously. All right, let's see. First drive.
Here we go.
From Hollywood Brown. We've seen this scramble a lot. Does he turn into a runner? Nice. Wow.
You got to be careful. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know Mahomes is tough, but you got to be careful taking those hits on the sideline, no?
Oof. Yeah, he's got to get down. Denzel Ward playing from the champagne room.
That's the funniest setup. One guy to beat. Good move. Well, here you go, Greg. Hollywood going on a great little run here.
You know where Isaiah Pacheco's from, right?
From Jersey. Of course he's from Jersey.
They say guys from New Jersey have a different edge to them.
No, I mean, everybody I've played with that's from Jersey, they have a lot in common. They play really hard. They do have a huge edge to them, and none of them own an iron. And I still can't figure that out, but great players nonetheless.
That's all that matters. This is, I'll tell you what, right on cue. They must have been listening to our halftime hit, because Hollywood Brown has come out to life here in the second half.
I love the audibles. You can always tell the IQ of a player based on the audibles once they see the defense.
Oh, you got to go.
Uh-oh.
Throw it away.
Throw it away. Wow, just got it off. Just got it off.
Wow. I do not like this formation. 17 linemen on the right, 2 on the left. Blocking Myles Garrett one-on-one. Do not like that formation.
Listen, in championship games, it's those little details that can really get you when you have the defensive player of the year there and a one-on-one block on the left. I don't know if I like running right at him.
Yeah, I think you're right. I just don't love it. Now they go 5 wide, empty, full zone. Oh, that's a big time play.
Man. How realistic was that? Greg, how realistic was that? That was unbelievably real. To see that in a video game, that looked just like how it happens. Mahomes goes to scramble, stays behind the line, finds someone downfield in the scramble drill. That was incredible. Great heads-up play by Hollywood.
You know what they say, EA Sports, it's in the game. You know what I mean?
Do your best, EA Sports, it's in the game, Greg.
EA Sports, it's in the game.
You didn't change your voice at all. That was just your voice. You got to go deeper.
That's as deep as I haven't hit puberty yet.
EA Sports, it's in the game. How was that?
That was really good.
Thanks.
That was really good.
Thank you.
You have such bass in your voice.
Thank you. No, thank you. Seriously. Thank you.
I always think it's funny when tight ends line up at fullback with their hand on the ground.
How often did you put your hand in the dirt running in the eye, Greg?
Early in my career, I know this is going to surprise you, but early in my career in Chicago, I lined up in the backfield at fullback with my hand on the ground 6 to 8 times a game.
And when you saw that play was called, happy or no?
Not great. Not my favorite.
But how many flat routes did you catch for yards after catch running out of that formation?
Yards after catch was never really my thing. I had a couple decent will leads, goal line, kick out in the end, and slip into the flat, like a little K7 we used to call it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but early in my career, we didn't do a ton of it in Carolina. We did more like 11 runs where I would just kind of like go in the backfield and like we'd build 2-back formations. But in Chicago, it was like 12 personnel, and I was the fullback, and Des Clark was the Y, and we were running like traditional will lead, power O, and I was the fullback. It was not great.
Who was the back? Was that Forte?
Yeah. So early in my career was Cedric Benson, and then it was Forte. So my second year, so Forte was drafted in 2008. So then he became our lead back pretty quick. He was good, and
he was really fun to watch.
Yeah, he was a really good player. I was 2007, he was 2008. He was only a year behind me.
That's awesome.
He was a good back.
Well, Cleveland's putting together a good drive right here. Couple short passes, couple positive runs, mixing it up. I like to see what Denzel's doing right here.
We've seen him put together. Remember, C-Mac, right before the half, we've seen him put together long, sustained scoring drives and keep Hollywood Brown, keep Patrick Mahomes off the field.
And there's 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Oh, explosive right there to Amari Cooper. Great read, great throw. Run, short pass, explosive. You love to see that kind of mix up.
Yeah.
And an offensive play caller. Denzel doing a great job here.
This feels, I mean, the way this half has gone, it almost feels like whoever has the ball last is going to win because each offense has really had their way.
Yeah, and you alluded to it earlier about how important clock management is in Madden just because of that. If you don't, it's when you have two good players like this who aren't going to turn the ball over, hopefully I don't jinx one of them, it really comes down to clock management and who gets the ball last.
No doubt. We got a little mesh concept here from the right side, a couple shallow crosses.
Could be a quarterback run here. You never know. This could be a scramble drill with Deshaun Watson.
Two high safeties, three-man rush. Step up in the pocket. Oh,
almost picked there.
He had it. It was a three-man rush, two high safeties. I think if he has Deshaun Watson step up in the pocket, there was a lot of room to run.
I mean, I saw it from the jump. You have a lot of guys with their backs turned. You're playing some sort of two-man. It's two safeties over the top. No one with eyes on the quarterback. I would have liked to see him run right there.
Yeah, another three-man rush here. This time they got two backers inside, though. Oh, checking out of it. Oh, he's checking the defense now. He's going to a little more deep.
This is a chess match.
Oh, they brought pressure off the left edge. Nice.
Got him. Great read. Great read. What's his dance here?
Wow. Do your dance. Do your dance.
How often do Tate and TJ sing that song?
If I see one more stupid TikTok song, I'm going to lose my mind.
Over under 2 more possessions in this game, Greg. What do you think?
I think it's a break even. I think each team, unless Hollywood Brown can really slow this down and go, which I don't recommend, I think he's going to get a chance to go down, at least tie it up, and Denzel Ward will
great return
and win it. So I think 2 possessions is what this looks like based on how both these last 2 drives have gone. They've been long drives.
Yeah, I tell you also, the return game is very underrated. I mean, to start with the ball there rather than what is it, the 25 normally or the 20?
Yep.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
No doubt. Big pickup there on first down. This is getting intense.
Yeah, an explosive on the first and 10 from a momentum standpoint too. Oh my gosh!
Well, talk about quick drive, quick score. Holy
wow! We might have had to bite our tongue, Greg. This might be a shootout at the end here.
We haven't seen a lot of. Remember what we said: the team that has the ball last.
I don't know who it's going to be. I mean, if Denzel can come back and score as quick as Hollywood just scored, we're gonna. Wow, he's going with the onside kick.
I don't love that.
Got it. Wow, that's another high IQ play. That was a user catch. So sometimes when you try to just allow the computer to do it, it's tough, but he went up and got that himself. That was impressive.
I'd like to ask Hollywood his thought. I mean, my only assumption is he's thinking, okay, I haven't stopped him. At least just make him score faster and let me have the last possession of the game. I wonder if that's what he's thinking.
And that's not a bad thought. If he's thinking, hey, almost a huge play there on first down if he could have gotten that sack. But I think you're right. I think if he's, hey, if he can stop him, he'll stop him. He's okay with a field goal because he'll get the ball back. But if he scores, it'll be quicker. You can easily, and Denzel's been playing really well. He could easily take 3 minutes off the clock and leave Hollywood with 3 minutes left if everything went his way. So it's not a bad thought process.
Well, now no doubt. But now he finds himself 3rd and 6, and he's going to have obviously he's going to have to go for it. He's going to have to make this 4-down territory here. Being down 4, field goal doesn't do anything. So this is going to get interesting here.
Back in the flat. Oh my gosh, back in the flat. You had the D end on you, playing zone.
This is the game right here. It feels like.
4th and 6, 2:49 left. Hollywood Brown up 21-17. This could be the game.
Who are you throwing it to? Amari Cooper? I don't like the play.
I like the middle of the field.
Wow.
Great play. Great play. Wow. And I like the hurry up. I like the momentum play into the hurry up offense. Cooper singled here on the left. I like that comeback. Oh, he changed it.
I like that we can see the play.
I do too.
Run.
Yep.
Run.
Yep.
Stay in bounds.
Great.
Stay in bounds. No. All right, so that's a bad mistake there. He's got to pick up the first down and stay in bounds. Let that clock get down to the 2-minute, or make Hollywood Brown use a timeout.
Right, because what does that mean now, right? Technically, he gets 4 timeouts, not 3, because of that 2-minute warning, right?
Exactly right. Instead of making him use either a timeout or run it down to the 2-minute, but now he gets to stop the clock 4 more times. And you only...
I think...
That's...
Yeah.
Take it down.
He had a... Yep. I'd let it hit the... Don't run another play, right, until that 2-minute warning?
No, right now...
You still have to...
Yeah, if you're Denzel now, you're saying, okay, I'm going to take as much of this play clock as I can, right? I'm 2nd and 7. What yard line's the ball on? Is it goal to go?
No, it's not goal.
Pick up a first down. So he's got at least 3 more downs, if not more.
Oh!
We pick up the first.
3rd and inches. That's another, man. And Nick Chubb gets that first down. I don't care what anyone says.
It's going to give him an extra down. So now Ward's got to continue. Obviously, he's got to score a touchdown, but let this clock roll. Pick up this first down. You want to score a touchdown with under 30 seconds if possible, even in a perfect world. So use this as an opportunity. Run the ball, get it down inside the 5, and make it 1st and goal.
Now, this would be an opportunity, Greg, where I would like to see either ISO or a QB sneak, just a sure 2-down territory. If you don't get it on the first one, it's a high percentage 1-yard gain on the 4th down.
I don't like outside zone.
I'm not a fan of outside zone on 3rd and 4th and inches because of that exact reason. A lot of opportunities for penetration there, unless you have a really good look. Even though I will say we ran it pretty well this year on the short yardage and goal line, and I'm also not a coordinator. I'm talking as if I know what I'm talking about. I don't. I'm more on the when I'm playing in real football. By the way, I'm more on the Bijan side of don't think, just whatever's called, just do that full speed. But now you have 4th down. This is the game right here. This is the game.
He's got the back out of the backfield here against a decent look. If they don't peel this end.
Oh, my gosh. 2 huge 4th down conversions from Denzel in this final game. This is getting intense.
Hollywood Brown's got to use a timeout. Okay, he did.
Smart. Hollywood Brown knows what he's doing.
All right, so if you're Hollywood Brown, I think you got to let him score on this play. Give yourself a minute with a timeout. You can go down and score knowing you'll only need a field goal to tie. I think you've got to let him score a touchdown here, Christian. You've got
you go freeway, right, and open the gates up and let him score.
Have to. Now he's going to use his last timeout.
That's tough, right?
You just have to stop. Now your only hope is to stop.
You have to stop him, otherwise, you're going to have minimum time left on the clock. And
yeah, you got to stop him here.
Left side, outside zone again. He's got the edge. He
didn't go in.
Oh, my gosh. He slid. He slid to keep the clock going, but he didn't get in the end zone. Now, look, I understand you need the time, but you have to score there. You have to. You're still down 4. Put your defense on the field. Let them go. You have to score there. I don't like not. And we'll see. We'll see if this pans out or not for him, but that could be a very costly mistake.
He's letting this clock run all the way down.
Does he know he's down 4?
Well, he figures he's only got 2 downs left, so the time is irrelevant.
Oh. Greg.
I thought he caught it.
Greg.
What is going on?
Greg. if you're the coordinator on the sideline, you would have had snapped 4 clipboards in half in the last 15 seconds of this game.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't just score when he had that left outside.
Is he making it interesting? And I don't know if they can hear us now, but it looks like he's running this football right here. Oh no, we'll see. I like the back in the flat. I like. Oh nope, safety drop down there.
He's gonna work.
I go Amari Cooper. He's gonna work Amari Cooper right here on this out route. You got a DB inside leverage. Oh! That is the game. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. I gotta ask what the thought process is on that left side edge to the run to not score.
I was trying to calm on the clock because I know the offense to end. Looking back at it now, get in there.
Wow. What I tell you what, it made for an unbelievable game. Greg, what are your thoughts on that?
Denzel, I thought you did everything right. You ran the clock all the way down. You managed it. You weren't going to give Hollywood much chance with no timeouts. He wasn't going to have a lot of time. I thought on that second down, you just needed to score.
Yeah, you're right. I wish I could.
You did everything right. You ran off so much time. You got it. Oh man.
Wow. I tell you what though, what a game that was. Hey Greg, by the way, and I want to say this. My prediction, Denzel, was 24-21. I had Cleveland winning, 24-21. And if you had scored right there, I would have looked like a genius. But that's okay.
Right.
I tell you what, boy, that was really fun to watch, man. Both you guys played super high. I mean, I learned a lot. Hollywood, your ability and awareness to call timeouts in crunch time was incredible. I would have had no idea when to call the timeouts. You could tell you played the game before. Denzel, obviously great game too, man. You guys both made it to the finals. That was so much fun to watch. And we appreciate you helping out this cause, man, and joining. We will be back next year, and hopefully both you guys come back. We've really enjoyed having you guys on. And if there's any last-minute comments about the game, about the whole thing, we would love to hear your strategy, how you felt, your predictions. I know, Hollywood, you came out the champ, man, so you backed up all the talk from this past week.
Yeah, at the end there, I kicked the onside so he can either score that touchdown or I turn it over, I get some time. So he should have scored, but he didn't. I knew he was going to come back to that verse that he got on that 4th down.
Yeah, Greg and I were fascinated with the onside kick decision, but it turned out it worked in your favor. And we that thought process made a lot of sense, actually. Hey, if he's going to score quick, give you a little bit of time left with the ball in your hands. Obviously, with Mahomes at quarterback, you never know what can happen. I think Denzel, I think it would have been tough. What did he have? If you had scored on that second down, I believe he would have had 20 seconds left, which would have been unbelievable if he scored.
I think when he slid on the second down, he would have had about a minute.
Yeah, I had a minute.
A minute?
Yeah.
But he had no timeouts.
But no timeouts, right? So, and each play was taking a good amount of time. But what a game, man. Thank you guys so much, seriously, for being a part of this. Like I said, I know you guys' schedules are really busy. Hollywood, congratulations on the championship. We'll be mailing you the trophy shortly. We're going to have a Logan Bowl trophy this year. It'll be bigger than Fred Warner won last year. So the trophy size is going to keep going up. And this year you get it. But thank you so much, man, for coming in, backing up all the trash talk this week. Right now, you're the best NFL Madden player. So thank you, man. Hopefully we see you next year. Denzel, thank you too, man. Grudge match next year. I'm calling it. But thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Take care, man. That was awesome.
All right, Greg. Well, that is the finale of the second annual Logan Bowl. And to everybody who played a part in this, all of the people on my foundation team, my mom, Seal, my dad, who have helped put this thing on, to Ryan Khalil, to everyone on the board, to all of our sponsors, Visa, EA Sports, Body Armor, Lowe's. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Greg, my great friend, thank you so much, man, for helping out with this and taking time out of your day to do this. So we appreciate everybody who had a massive part in this Logan Bowl. Once again, for such a great cause. To Logan's family, we love you guys. This is all for you. This is all because of what your son's dream was, which is to put gaming consoles in hospitals across the country so that kids can have an uplifting, happy time during such a sad time of their life. And man, we've raised so much money. We have so many people who have donated, who have spread the word about this great cause that your son started. So thank you guys so much. We can't wait to expand this, to continue to expand it. I'll give you everybody one last chance if they want to donate. Type !donate in the chat or scan the QR code. I don't think the QR code's on the screen anymore, but yep, right at the bottom there. We can put it up now. And or go to the loganbowl.org or any of my socials, and you can click the links in the bio to donate. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much. Logan, if you're watching up there from heaven, man, this is all for you. And we appreciate your dreams, and all of his classmates who are watching, and all of those people as well. Love you guys, and thank you for helping make this event such a special time for all of us, where we can, take an unbelievable cause from a kid who is inspiring so many and bring it to life. So thank you guys so much. That's it for the second annual Logan Bowl. Hollywood Brown, congratulations on your victory. We will see you guys next year.
the snow couch? That wasn't fraud. That was Wanda. Visa's AI checked over 500 data points on that transaction. So Wanda can watch her escrow go. Cute. Oh, the snow couch? That wasn't fraud. That was Wanda. Visa's AI checked over 500 data points on that transaction. So Wanda can watch her escrow go. Cute. Visa's advanced AI just helps stop a fraudster from using Bree's payment info. So she can be all slurp, no worries.